Hi, Pat.
Gentlemen,
Wow, what a setup.
Wow, you're in your office?
yeah, my wife finally kind of got organized. My shoe room's almost done, but it's too loud. It's next to the baby's room. So,
I kind of like the office more. You got you've
yeah,
made some progress in the office.
it's got all my shit there. I got so much stuff to actually fucking do and put in here. It's actually frightening. I got so much to do in general. I just don't have time to fuck off. Like I got so much to do, but this room will be done eventually.
Are you? What's like? All you got all these like crystals and shit over your left
so
shoulder.
every year. So a lot of this shit. Well, I'll show you the fucking prime ones. These are the ones people don't even know about, but you can't get them. So you have to play. So when you go to Augusta, you can get like this shit here, right? You can get the where the hell is it? See, like it says Masters on it.
Oh yeah.
You get that
that's
one.
nice.
But when you play, they give you the one with just the logo. So that's the coolest shit. I've got. Fuck me. I had 4 of them. One broke, of course, in transit. So, good luck me getting one. If it was Tiger, I'd probably get another one, but I can't get one for damn sure. So,
Yeah. How would you even submit that request? You just
I didn't. Oh, yeah, it broke. Oh, really? Okay. And I've got some like tall ones too. So, it's pretty cool as shit. I never drink out of those. I kind of hide them, but then I got all. I mean, playing Pebble a million years. I've got so much of this shit laying around, Pebble stuff, and then Jack, he gives away, Waterford as well. But like, there's our Pebble trophy that me and my partner won.
Those are sick.
Obviously Pebble, and that's the one that Jordan sent me, and I've got a bunch of things scripted from like Don Julio and all kinds of shit. And then there's my actual like my biggest prize thing on the planet because it's actually you can't read it, but it's signed by Arnold Palmer because he hosted the 50th that year. And then that one, that was just another view of it. But he signed both of them for me, which was sick. So,
Yeah,
that was
those are
pretty
important.
fun. But
That
like
guy.
these AT&T things, they give you shit every time you go to one. I got all kinds of shit in the warehouse that I got to come and put in. I had all these shelves put in just for that. Now I gotta finish organizing the shit.
What are those 2 bottles of Coke? Those 2 Mexican Cokes right there.
So we played Mexico City. Oh no, this is when I got to the Tour Championship. They give you your own. They give you your own bottle. And then,
There's nothing better. That's the best Coke in the world right there.
By far.
Oh, and those little bottles.
Yeah. So
good.
Make Tour Championship.
That's so good.
Make that a hell of a lot more, but unfortunately, I just don't. But yeah, it's little shit like that I didn't even realize I had a lot of this stuff. But it's pretty cool to look over 20 years of playing on tour. What the hell you kind of, get. You can imagine what fucking Tiger's house looks like. What he's got. You have to buy 3 more houses just to house all this shit.
Right.
Well, I think it was like, who was it? Ricky,
Yeah.
little Ricky League, who said that the only thing he has are his major trophies. He just like sends his trophies to like villages and around the world.
Oh, it was Rory who said that when Rory went over there.
Was that Rory?
Because Rory said when he was driving away, he like was rethinking his entire life. Like he was trying to determine how he felt about tournaments.
Yeah, he treats like Tiger treats regular PGA Tour trophies like the Super Bowl champion T-shirts for the wrong team, and
Right.
he just sends. He just couldn't possibly care less. Sends them around the world.
And you got 65 of the other ones. I guess maybe the no, but he'll wake up one day and realize that they are all unbelievable.
Right.
Everything he's done in his entire life. He actually fucking might realize a little more now than ever because he can't play. So, maybe those things start to creep back in your mind. I know, every year I get older, I start to realize, like, damn, I'm a year older from, what the hell I thought I was 25 years ago coming out of college. But it's pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I can only imagine, like, you think of like the big guys, like, like back in like Ernie and Retief and, guys that have won a lot of majors and just accumulated shit over 35 years. You can imagine what their house looks like. You got to have a big house just to have all the shit.
You've made progress. Last time we were there, this was all in like boxes, I feel like.
Yeah, Ashley did this. This was she put just the stuff up that she thought would be kind of important to me. I just haven't really had time to do. So over here on this wall, I'm doing. There's my Peloton. There's my fucking clothes hanger. But
Frankie knows all about that.
You've been cranking that Peloton?
I can't find the fucking plug. I can't find the plug. Of course I can't. So on that wall there is going to be 12 shoes. And it's going to be it'll be a clock the size of the whole wall.
Oh,
So it'll actually spin. It'll actually spin, but it's going to be my 12 favorite shoes. Obviously for the 12 number. So
It's not going to be like a Jordan 1, a Jordan 2, a Jordan 3 for the
no,
numbers?
it's just going to be my favorite because I'm not really a 2 guy. I don't really like the 2s at all.
What are your favorites? Are the cement cement 4s in your top
Cement
10,
4
12?
is great. Cement 4 is great. Actually, I got to put Wahlburgers 4 in here. I'm going to probably put his 4s right here. He signed me those green Wahlburgers. I'm going to probably put them right here. But that might be one on the wall. Anything that MJ played in, obviously, like the big playoffs, like the flu game and the playoff 13s, and I don't know. Obviously, cement 4. I mean, I've got enough choices. I'm gonna have to probably. The shoe room's coming together though. It's almost done.
Is your floor up in like the theater room still covered in shoes or no?
Now I got about I don't know 3/4 of them out of there now.
Wow.
The problem is that the shoe room doesn't hold everything, so I've got to figure out exactly what I want to put in there because I got to, fucking goes up 15 feet, so I have to figure out what is going to go up there, and then I think in my garage downstairs I'm going to have to put in more shelving for all kinds of stuff, golf clubs. I still got 200 pairs of golf shoes that I have to house somewhere. I mean, that's just tennis shoes. I've got boxes and boxes of golf shoes everywhere that I still don't know what the hell I'm going to do with those, but I can't leave them out in the heat, so. But I got issues. I got a lot of stuff going on.
Just common man problems.
I got a lot of stuff going on. Now, did I hear right that somebody broke 100? Is this
Right here.
Is this factual stuff?
Yeah, that's factual. I shot a 95.
Yeah, good for you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Boy. How long
First
did it take?
time in his life.
A long time. It's
30 years.
30 years, but we've been doing it for, 8 episodes. We've been playing. I've been working on it. I've been working with Tillery. He's been helping me with my swing. So
Sounds good.
yeah,
That's
man,
awesome.
we got it done. It was a good time. Now we move on and we're going to try to break 90.
That's right, baby. Keep going. This keeps you going. I promise you.
Yep.
That'll be fun. So now that you guys are getting that better, I did talk to the owner of Silverleaf, who I play with all the time, and Rom, and we're going to have you guys out there, but you're going to play both of us. So I don't think any tour player is going to beat the 4 of you anymore. So me and the owner of Silverleaf are going to have you guys out. We're going to play, us two are going to play you 4. And
it came down to one putt. Like, I don't like what, like you
guys got a lot better. I see Riggs, his action's gotten better. Obviously, the boy's breaking 100 now.
Thank
Lurch
you.
will obviously get some sweet bounces off rocks like he did last time. So, no, but I think we had some fun with it. We'll have some fun with it for sure.
every time we agree to change the format, it goes bad for us. Like, we just need to be like we are trying to win this thing. We're not going to succumb to your.
You can't continually play a 4 against a 1 guy and keep beating him, and then you have to keep challenging yourself. You can't just play 1 guy. So now we're going to play 2, and then if Rom happens to be in town, we'll get you guys a little puckered up even more than that, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, if you bring John Rahm into the fold,
Yeah,
like
we're gonna fucking get smoked.
like, all right, it's like
No,
you're
won't be
in the Revolutionary War. You bring like a nuclear bomb. It's like, okay, like that's great. What are we doing here?
No, we might put Rom on your team.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, that's fine.
We are going to do it. We're going to have you guys. I was talking to Riggs about it earlier, but we'll that would be fun. You guys come out and play. And obviously, shit, it's perfect right now. It's only like 92 degrees. It's unbelievable. It's the best summer we've had in I can't remember how long.
It is hot in New York right now.
Yep.
Really
I'm not
hot.
looking forward. I'm not looking. I saw the forecast for next week. It's going to be.
It's
Gonna
like
be up there.
80% humidity, 95, feeling like 105. It is hot.
Yeah.
So you guys lost your governor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tough one
Lost your governor.
for me and my Italians.
Yeah.
Good.
The screenshot.
Just
What a line! Just what a line to be on the banner on the news is just, I'm not
Crazy.
perverted, I'm just Italian.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, those last 3 governors have walked away with their tail between their legs a little bit, I think.
New York's a tough place, man. It's just a real tough
Fuck yeah,
spot.
it's tough. That's a tough city, boy. Let me tell you. I'll put some fucking hair in the chest.
That guy was on his way out for a long time anyway.
Nah, I
mean,
know.
like, fucking Dave was on him during the height of the pandemic for writing a book instead of every single day. He won like a daytime Emmy for his weekly updates on how the pandemic was doing. That guy was the most unlikable guy you could possibly have during something like this. Like a smile on his face, like people are dying, like we can't go outside. He's like writing like funny memes on the news. Like today is Tuesday.
He's a joke.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
He's
I'm
a
glad
joke.
to see him gone.
I will say, I
does it
think it's
go?
safe to say he's a joke now. You're definitely allowed to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
For sure.
we made jokes. But so what is it? Is it mask only in that town, or what's going on over there? Is it been locked down again?
Not yet. I think it's teetering on like, I think like public places are going to start going back to mandatory masks. Like still have it on the flights, and some restaurants may start implementing it, but right now it's holding off. It's holding off, which is good.
Flights will be that. I said flights will be that way until 2022, and or through 22, and which sucks because it's such a long day. But it is what it is. But I think some people just fly with them no matter what for a long time.
It does just suck when it's a long flight, because like the whole Uber to the airport, you're in a mask. The whole like process of checking your bags, going through security, you're in a mask. The whole flight, you're in a mask. Then getting your bags, getting an Uber home, you're in a mask. It's like
it's
the
a
whole
full.
time.
I mean, you're doing it now for Augusta. You know how hard it is to go to the East Coast, especially if you have a stop. It's brutal if you have a stop, because now you're like, I think you got another hour and change in the airport. It's sitting there doing nothing, and everyone's watching like a fucking hawk. And if you got your mask, it's on over your nose. Okay, I get it. I can't breathe. Sorry. Give me 2 minutes. Fucking breathe.
It does get hot.
How much has your guys' like process and protocol and everything changed over the last 6 months?
Tremendous. We don't do testing anymore, and we don't. They're trying to do the mask thing inside, but not everybody's doing it. It's like, fuck, man. Everybody's tired of it. It's. I think I took like 70 tests. They're all negative. I never got COVID. Never experienced anything. So whatever that was, it was. But guys are just more conscious. The guys are still getting it, obviously, somehow. But now it's up to us. If we feel shitty, then we have to go test. But it leaves room for like next week. Let's say a guy feels shitty on Saturday night. He's leading the fucking tournament. Is he going to go test? Is he going to pull himself out of the tournament, or is he going to go, fuck me, I got a chance to get the Tour Championship, quadruple my earnings, get myself set up for next year's schedule, this and this and this and this. I mean, this is where the problem is if you leave it up to certain people's decision making. It's tough, but the Tour spent a fortune in testing, masks, and fucking wipes, and all this other bullshit they had. That was not in our budget for that 13 months. I know that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have a lot of answers to the whole thing. I mean, obviously there's different theories on the whole COVID thing and all this other stuff going on. But my family never got it. No one in my family got it. No one got sick. I don't know where the hell you get this damn thing. I don't know anything about it, but players are a little more, conscious on what's going on. They're not really, what I mean? They don't, a lot of guys don't go out anyway. Next week's going to be no different. Most guys rent houses. Most guys will eat in the hotel, whatever it is. And that's kind of how we're going to approach that part of the world.
Owens Mixers, gentlemen, we got to take a second and speak about one of our favorite partners, one of our favorite companies, one of our favorite products in the history of the world, which is right here in front of you. Trent's got it. I've got it. Trent's holding up the Transfusion mix, which we came up with. So I'm going to hold up the mint cucumber and lime, which is quite tasteful as well. But you pour this in with your liquor of choice, and you have yourself a high-quality cocktail. You can impress people at parties. You can impress people at your home. Amazon's got next-day shipping. Surely you know about Amazon. Great company, great service. And you can just get that stuff sent directly to your home, or you can go to owensmixers.com, check out their store locator. And then this one right here really speaks to my friend Lurch.
Sure does.
There you go.
Kind of similar color to a shirt he's wearing almost right now, but it's a little grapefruit and lime, which goes for a little Paloma. So a lot of good options. They got a margarita mix now as well if you're feeling kind of that flavor, that direction. So big thanks to Owens. Again, you can go to their website, owensmixers.com. Store locator, go pick it up. I was with Josh from Owens Mixers at the Barstool Classic this past week. Hey, he's working nonstop trying to get in at all the Kohler facilities, different states, different counties. So working nonstop to get into as many places as we can. Hopefully it's near you. If it's not for some reason, again, you should go to Amazon, get it delivered. But we came up with our own Transfusion Thursdays. Put this in with your favorite liquor of choice. Have an awesome cocktail. Be a hero.
Do you get like excited to go to a place like New York with the energy in the city, or it's such a golf tournament that you're just like, I'm at the course the whole time?
This year will be the only time that's different. I like going to New York. I love going out to Long Island. I think Long Island has some of the greatest golf on the entire planet that no one talks about. I would match that against any place in the world as far as golf on that Long Island stretch. I didn't like going to New York in the past, and I guess I just didn't. I don't know, understand, or I don't know. But I love going there now. I think it's great. I think the fans are passionate as all hell. Once I started to go to more restaurants and hang out and see the city and kind of see what it really is, I really do enjoy going there. This year will be obviously different because you can't just kind of go out and sightsee and do whatever you want and that kind of stuff. So it will be kind of a letdown. I'll be staying in Jersey City, so I won't even go across I won't even go into the tunnel, go to New York at all. But I'm sure the fans will still be full steam when they get out there. So
What's it like? You mentioned the courses, which I love. Like,
Yeah.
As golf nuts, like we love that you love courses, right? That you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm going to New York. I'm going to go see. What's your process like? Like, because people have asked me that before. They're like, if a Kevin Kisner or Pat Perez shows up at any country club, can they always just get out? Well, there's some on Long Island that are,
No.
as
No,
old
not
school, stuffy, whatever. How does that work if you're going to try to get out on
not
on
even
one of those
close.
places?
So I've been trying to get up. Not that I've been trying to get out to, because I've been invited numerous times, but the national, I've been just trying to make time. The other problem is making time to actually do it, because you still need to get ready for the tournament you're in. So, you fly in Monday, Tuesday's a practice round. If you're in the Wednesday Pro-Am, you play 9 holes. Do you really want to go out to another course and play before Thursday? There's just not a lot of time. You think, well, you got 7 days, you got a lot to do. No, there's just too much. There's too much going on. In the meanwhile, you still need to be rested by the time you get to Sunday night. Like Tiger, the best thing that Tiger always had, he was always rested. By the time he hit Sunday, the back nine on Sunday, he was the most rested. He did his most work before he even got to the tournament, so that he would play 9 and then go rest and then work out and then do kind of thing. He didn't go sightsee and, play 3 other courses during the week and all that crap. I mean, I would love to see all the courses. My boy even texted me. He's like, hey, he's a member out there at the Bridge, which is it's phenomenal. It's so fucking good out there. And he's like, hey man, fly in Friday and come out and play. I'm like, bro, my wife's fucking 8.5 months pregnant. I can't just go. I would love to, believe me. But, I played Sabonic, I played Shinnecock, I played the Bridge, obviously Bethpage. I'm sure I'm missing a couple, but, I want to play Friars Head and I want to play National. And it's not because I don't have invitations, but that's what you do need. You need invitation. You can't, even as a pro, now unless you're like a Rory or Tiger or DJ, whatever, you might be able to call the club and say, I'd love to come out. But when you're me, you got to have a different, fucking set of setup. So we can't just show up and go out anywhere we want just because we're tour professionals. That means nothing. These guys have paid hundreds of thousands to be there and this, and they want it to themselves. I don't blame them. That's the way I'd want it too. But it is awesome when you can get out. Like I got invited to go play Sabonic, and that was phenomenal. I mean, that place was awesome. I'd love to play Friars Head, National. Those are 2 other ones I'd love to get out there. But I'm not shitting. I didn't really spend a lot of time between the time I was born to like basically 35, 38 of even spending any time in New York whatsoever until really the playoffs started, right? But even then, I didn't really go out to the city much, and Long Island didn't really get out there much, the U.S. Open or whatever. But man, I'm telling you, that Long Island, that place is so sick. I can see what all the rave is about. Robert Floyd, I've known him forever. His sister's always been out there, and Ray, Senior, they've always had a house up there. They rave about it. I just never spent any time. But being out there the last like 5 years, bro, I'm telling you right now, I put that Long Island golf against anything on the planet. Because just the whole stretch has got, even course you've never heard of. Like nobody's ever heard of the bridge. I keep telling about it, and no one's ever heard of it. I mean, it's $1.2 million to join.
That's probably
I
why
mean,
people don't hear about it right
It's
there.
$1.2 million to join. You know what I mean? It's like you would think you've heard of that course.
I also think like I've seen pictures like Southampton, I think, which like borders Shinnecock, and no one ever talks about it. And everyone's just like, dude, if it was anywhere else in the country, it would be regarded as one of the best places there is.
Yeah, no, you guys got some unbelievable courses out there. I mean, it's New York, Long Island, the Northeast. They have some of the greatest courses. It's funny enough that we're talking about this because somebody asked me a couple weeks ago. They said, all these amazing courses you guys play. I said, we don't play amazing courses. We play TPC courses. They're not fucking amazing at all. They're probably some of the worst in the whole country. As far as like, they're fucking terrible. I mean, TPCs they're terrible. You're talking about, go find me a top 50 TPC course, that's on the deal. There's always a course like in a small little town that you don't know of, like Pine Valley. Who the hell ever gets out there?
Why do you think you guys don't play more interesting courses? Like you're right, the TPC courses are just fucking boring. They're all the same shit.
They're fucking terrible. The main reason is that the tour owns most of the TPCs, obviously. So then that's a money generating deal for us. Two, who the hell wants 156 guys to come out and literally destroy the fucking course? Because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna destroy the course. The range is gonna be gone. You're gonna get all these people trudging around the course. A lot of members too. They don't want 15, 25,000 people a day walking around their golf course.
Right.
They just don't. They want it for themselves. It's a private joint. I get it. Believe me, I get it. So unfortunately, we don't get to go to all the great stops. Like like when teams get to go play Notre Dame, it's like a great thing, right? That people love it. We don't get to go to those like national treasures and go, man, this place is so sick. I can't wait to get to that tournament and go play there. No, we go to fucking, whatever. It's just not that exciting. It's a tournament.
TPC Deer Run.
No. I knew. I was hoping Pat wasn't going to go there. I knew Frankie or one of the other guys were going to go there. He didn't say that. You guys said that. TPC Deer Run is a gem.
It is, people. I was talking to the guys. Like, how come you guys don't play better courses all the time? I go, bro, because we own the TPCs. That's you look at the schedule. It's always some TPC, but we don't ever play the top courses that are in that town. Actually, we get lucky with the majors because it's a major. Obviously, Shinnecock is different. Bethpage is different, but it's never going to be at Friars Head. It's never going to be at National, right? It's never going to be at something like that. I mean, Wingfoot's kind of one of them. I wish we'd go back to Westchester to play that, the old Buick Open. I wish we had a tournament up there. But, Cog Hill, I love Cog Hill. We don't have that anymore. It's just.
What is like the best? What is like your favorite course that you guys play?
My favorite course and tournament is, Torrey is kind of a separate thing, even though they fucked up the course. But that aside from Torrey, just because I have that, is Riviera.
Yeah.
Riviera is one of the all-time old school courses. They haven't really fucked it up. They made it a little bit longer. And the 10th green now is so ridiculous. It's actually embarrassing, but that doesn't even matter. But that course is just, it's so good. If we could play it in kind of a different time where it was firm and fast, bro, that place is so good. That tournament is phenomenal. That tournament is so good.
Yeah, Riviera, I know like Max obviously talks about it a ton, but I feel like every player on tour, I mean, they had the U.S. Amateur there not that long ago, and it's got the history. I think there's a lot of talk of them. Did they announce? Are they going to announce they're going to bring a major there, I feel like, in the next 10 years?
It's amazing. I mean, Elk won the last one, 95. I can't believe there has not been another major since then.
That's outrageous.
I mean, and Elk talks about it like, Elk's from Houston, and saw that, in Australia, but he loves that place. I love that place. I grew up on Kikuyu grass, that shitty Kikuyu rough, fast, shitty, bumpy, Poana greens. I mean, I love that stuff. I think it's fun, but that layout on the course is so good. I love that place. I think it's obviously Hogan's Alley. You got all this other stuff. That's probably my favorite one because it's also one of those big time courses that we get to go to every year. It's like a big time top 50 course every year. Yeah. Then they welcome us to come. So that might have something else to do with it, but that's my favorite. It's my favorite course we play on tour.
It's very funny that you crave and can't wait to play on those like California Poana greens, and like Kiz, you couldn't drag Kiz across the country to play on those fucking greens.
He'll bitch and moan about those. I'm talking about. He hates that shit. He hates those. But when you grow up on perfect type Bermuda greens like they have in Seattle, and I get it. I mean, I get it. But Torrey for me is so special to me. I used to work there. I went to high school there. It's a different deal for me. I wish the course was still, kind of old school the way it was. I mean, it's come back a little bit, but like I said, I wish they would have let Phil do the North course, because I think the North course would have been better than the South. That's how good of plans that Phil had for the North. Yeah,
wild history there where he had the bid and it was pretty much a done deal, and then they kind of pulled the plug in the last second. The city and the town doesn't really care. It's crazy.
It was $10 million high.
His like proposal?
What it was going to cost for him to redo it was $10 million higher than they wanted to do.
$10 million?
It was going to be fucking sick though, bro. It was going to be, and he made an argument, which I've thought even since I was 14 years old, there's not enough canyon in play on either one of the courses.
Right.
You got this amazing cliff on this incredible beach down there. And if you think about the holes on the north, now the south doesn't have, you got a little bit, but even still like 13, right? 13 from that back tee. That fucking fairway should be over to the left more. Where the canyon is gone. Your ball's gone, right? And then like 14, fairway should more left. 15 should have been more left. Those trees should have been gone. 16, the green should have been a little more left. 17, the green should be kind of shorter left. There's so many things on the south and the north that the canyons just aren't in play. They finally on 17 in the south, they brought that canyon into play off the tee. But that's how like
changed the U.S. Open too. I mean, Louis Oosthuizen hit it in the canyon. Right.
But that's how like 10 or 12 holes on both those courses should be, and they just aren't. But Phil's plans, his plans were awesome. They were going to be so cool. The canyon coming up 3 on the north was going to then wrap around the green on 9 on the right side of it. It was sick.
How long ago was that decision? How long ago was that?
A couple years ago, easily 3-4 years ago, easy.
Was that it?
Because it was when he started talking about it. I talked to him about it in great detail because I played there just as many times as he had. Me and him played there the most. Probably Hoffman, the other one. We're like, bro, this course just needs some action. It doesn't just need length. It needs to have some fucking danger somewhere. Like even as good as the green is on 17 on the north, they didn't bring the fairway to the left over there. The fairway, you got to bring the fairway in on the left. It's the same thing like on 2. Move the fairway left, move the green left over on 3. It's like, God, you got this amazing canyon and cliff and all this other stuff, and he used none of it.
It's funny, man, because we were actually at the U.S. Open. I remember talking to Trent's swing coach, John Tillery, who's obviously also Kiz, swing coach. And on 17 now, they have the cluster of bunkers on the right. They move the fairway left, and literally if you miss the fairway left, it just kicks into that canyon like Louis' ball did. Yeah. And they had been pretty recent into the whole decade golf stuff, Kiz. And Tillery was saying the actual start line for Kiz is in the bunkers. He's actually starting his tee shot on 17 now because of what you're talking about, in the bunker. And if he draws it, great. But if he pushes it right, it's literally what happened to Louis, where it's like, you're fine. You're still going to make par most likely from those bunkers. But if you pull it left and you're aiming down the right center of the fairway, you're fucked.
It's over. Which is why, Rahm was the clear favorite to win that tournament, because not only I talked to Rahm in a lot of detail about that after he won. Because I play them all the time, but I kept asking him, like, I know you love the place and everything, but he knows what he's going to go to. He's going to go to this power fade all day. He can aim left. He's going to hold. It's going to power fade off it. All the trouble coming in. And there was no other clear favorite other than him to win that coming down the stretch. I mean, Louis, as great as he is as a player, major player, there was no question that Rahm was going to win that tournament coming down the stretch. When he got near that lead, he's won it before. He won his first tournament there. He loves that place. It was just a clear deal, that he was going to win. And He might win that thing. He might win that thing as many times as Tiger has.
It's some of my favorite sound bites, I feel like, in the last year, where Rahm talking about his sort of limitations with like what he was born with and how he learned to swing the way he swings because of that. I felt like that was some of the best takeaway for any golfer in the world of like, no, this is the best swing that works for me. Like instead of everyone just trying to copy Tiger 2000 or whatever, like no, swing like what's best for you. And then Rahm talking about that as he's been dominating golf. I thought that was just really important for a lot of normal golfers to hear that.
Yeah, well, it's funny enough because the owner of Silverleaf, Ben, he always works with kind of like whoever we play, whether it's me or Ches or Chappell or Rahm. He plays with me and Rahm the most. He keeps trying to copy Rahm, but he swings like Patrick Reed. You couldn't have any more opposite swings, right? So I told him last time we played, I said, bro, you got to get this shit out of your mind that you're going to swing like John. No one's going to swing like John. You're never going to get this flat and come through and turn like he does. He does it beautifully. That's why he's number one in the world. You are not going to do that. You are a powerful player. Nice. I mean, this guy's phenomenal. He's a +5 at our club. He owns a club. He's a +5.
Good.
Rahm gives him 1-1, and he's got his hands full every day. But I said, you swing like Patrick Reed. You aim right. You come over. You're across to the top, and you come down. And you always hit this power, this like pull draw. And I said, that's fine, but don't try to swing like John. You're literally gonna be out of the game. You can't do it. So back to your point, yes, swing your swing. Find out things that are in your swing that you can work on to get better. Like me, I started working with Claude Harmon, and my driver now is like a power fade. Everything else is kind of straight, but the driver's a power fade. It gets to the right, and I swing left, and it fades out to the right, and that's fine. That's just going to be my shot. I tried to draw it for 3 years. I couldn't do it. I was one of the worst drivers in the game. Now I'm actually in play, and I'm actually playing better. So you got to know what you can do and what your body can do. If you think you can hit a power draw, but you can't, then don't do it. Go the other way. Work on what can actually get you in play. That's what I.
Speaking of Torrey and aiming in certain spots, one of the big things that came out of the U.S. Open was Bryson on the fourth hole and multiple holes, just targeting the crowd and not screaming for or yelling for. What was your whole takeaway with this guy? I mean, he can't get out of his own way, it seems like. But like, what's your take on the fourth?
Pat, by the way, Pat just took his hat off and he's now combing through his hair, thinking about.
That's a perfect representation of Bryson DeChambeau. Like it's just
like,
woo, man.
The thing about it is, I get along with Bryson very well. Bryson he's always been great to me, but there are just things I want to go, bro. Just don't fucking say anything. Like, can you get out of your own way? Just shut the fuck up. If somebody says yell for it, yeah, fuck, bro. I went through this about a fucking decade ago, where I was playing with DJ. DJ was running. He was fucking 9 out. He was 9 up on us. And I just started fucking foul balls. I hit a guy in the goddamn head. He went to the hospital. I hit 3 people in 4 holes. And I'm like, it was going so fast. I wasn't even fucking thinking about what was going on. And I hit 3 people. And people called me out on it. They said, you don't fucking yell
people
4.
Just drop it.
DJ's on his way to a championship.
People dropping left and right. I got
People
people
just
left and
fucking.
right. What the fuck are we doing out here? I'm just trying to get in. I'm fucking killing people out here. It was horrible. It was the worst stretch of golf I ever played. It was like, God damn it. Will you people just fucking go let me hit it over here somehow. Just can I hit it over there away from the people? I didn't. And this guy's fucking head is like this. And I'm like, he goes like, give him a glove. Like, what the fuck is that gonna do? A glove. The guy's in the fucking hospital. What the hell is the glove gonna do? So I called that guy. I called this guy that night. I don't know where the fuck I finished. And he goes, oh man, I can't believe you called me. I go, bro, I almost fucking killed you today. What do you mean? You think that's not worth a phone call? At least I'm just glad you're alive that you can take the phone call. But I hit 3 people in 4 holes. I hit a guy on 11, 12, and fucking 13. I'm like, we got to get off this course. I'm like, we got to get the fuck out of here. I said, I'm going to kill somebody. And then they're like, you didn't yell 4. And they're all mad at me. I'm like, bro, I didn't even fucking think about it. I'm so worried about killing somebody and da-da-da. And, DJ's running. He's fucking playing fast. I'm playing shitty. And everybody's passing me. I'm like, I didn't even think about it. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, okay. Got to yell 4. But, when you're in those big time groups like the Brysons of the world, DJ, these guys, you're always going to have fans with you. So, yeah, yelling for is the right thing to do. But, God damn it, I wish Bryson would just fucking, he's such a good player, but I don't know why he just can't, not say the wrong things.
Right. We talked about it the last time we had you on the show when the par 67 thing was going on, where he just, don't do that. It's so easy to not do that.
Because if you don't shoot 67, you look like a fucking idiot.
100%.
I mean, it's just really simple. I'm not going to show up to Liberty National. Fuck. If I don't shoot 68 and win the FedEx Cup this year, it's all bad.
Right.
Also, just to bring it back to what you were just saying, how you hit people when you were playing with DJ, there's a huge difference between publicly or public perception of what you were doing, where you just didn't have it those couple holes, and what Bryson was doing, where they were saying he was actually his aiming point was in the crowd. So if you know that, at least pre-round, be hey guys, when I get up there, clear the crowd on the right. That's just a missile. You're saying, you're sending guys to the hospital by accident. This guy could have sent someone to the hospital every single day since Monday.
And bro, that ball is coming in hard. There's only one place I've ever aimed where people are, and it only happens a little bit of time. It's at Pebble number 6, where if the left side of the cart path up there is bare, you can hit it up there, and you got actually a clean shot to the green. But before I hit, I tell the marshal, I said, tell those people down there to get over here because we're going this way. But I've never actually hit somebody aiming at them. Saying, well, I'm going to go over there. I'm not going to say shit, and that's just going to happen. But you get up there, fuck, you feel horrible. God damn it, just hit this guy. Give the guy a fucking ball. I'm like, what the hell is that going to do? It's not going to do anything. I mean, I feel fucking shitty as it is. No, but yeah. So now, even if it just kind of goes offline, I yell for it.
Buying a home, very important. Probably the most important thing that most people will do. Actually, financially, I don't know what could be more important than that. Could anything be more important than that?
No, I think that's got to be the number one thing. It's certainly the most important thing, the biggest decision that young people make, I would imagine.
Yeah, for most people.
Yeah.
I would say you get into that billionaire million, then they're doing all sorts of investments. But for us normal people,
how many billionaires do you think are listening to the podcast?
Ooh.
No, but maybe purchasing a company. Maybe there's a guy here that his job is to see if his company needs to overtake another company. That's got to be a stressful part of your job. You're talking millions.
Over under 0.5 billionaires that listen to this show.
I'll take the over.
I don't know, man. I think I'd take the over just because it's golf and maybe.
How many billionaires are on the planet?
I'm gonna look that up right now. But all I know while I look at
thousands.
Are there 200 billionaires?
I think there's more.
Okay, I didn't know.
I think there are.
I don't know. I don't know.
One of the top.
I have a number.
You do?
I have a number too.
It's probably the same number because we're gonna do the Jake Bass search and we're just gonna see the first thing that pops up.
I'm sticking with 200. I'm sticking with 200.
2,755.
Wow.
That gives me a hope.
It's both a small number, but also a pretty large number. You know what I mean?
I'm going to say one of them listens to the podcast.
Okay.
I'm going to say 0 of them listen to the podcast.
Yeah, I'm going to say 0.
If it was 10,000.
Golf. It's golf, dude. Rich people like golf.
We got the best chance for sure. Riggs, I'll agree with you there. We got the best chance probably, but I still say no.
These people aren't though.
Pretty big show. Pretty popular hobby among super rich people.
If you're, but if you're not one of those 2,000 whatever, if you're a normal guy like say Frankie Borrelli, buying a house is a very, very big deal.
Cross country mortgage. When you're one of the normal folk out there, if you're not the 0.5 billionaires that are listening to this podcast right now, even if you are, Cross Country Mortgage, they're great folks. They're just like our company at Barstool Sports. They're people first. They're going to help you out. You don't want to miss the window. Rates are expected to creep up. Right now, they're at an all-time low. You don't want to leave money on the table. So go to crosscountrymortgage.com/barstool to learn more about your future home buying experience or to refinance your current mortgage. They can save you thousands of dollars. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029. All loans subject to underwriting approval. www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Again, Cross Country Mortgage, great folks. They're going to help you out with your home buying, with your refinancing experience. So do yourself a favor. Go to crosscountrymortgage.com/barstool.
It is kind of funny that a glove or a ball is like a token Band-Aid. Like that's going to do shit. But it's like,
It doesn't
here
do
you go,
anything.
dude. Here's a glove. It's like, dude, I need an ambulance. I need like
Yeah,
a golf cart.
I need like 10 grand for my medical bills. Like I don't need.
That would be another start. But they're like people, and this goes back to like the whole social media world and all this other bullshit where people guilt you into doing things because they think that they're the fucking, if you get enough bullies after you, well, fuck, he didn't say 4, fuck him, and da. And now you've got this shitstorm that came after you because you didn't yell 4. And literally in that day, I'm like, bro, I don't know where the fuck the ball is going. I'm sorry you people have to be here to watch this shit. I'm here to watch DJ, but I'm playing too. I'm in fucking 3rd place, and my ball is going like this. So I don't know what the fuck to tell you. And the problem is, when you do, here's another big problem too. When you have that many fans around you, when you yell 4, they don't do this. They go, oh, really? And they turn around. They fucking always look up. So everybody out there, when you hear 4, cover your fucking head. Don't look up. Don't look for the ball. Don't look at the marshal. Just go like this. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Dude, they give a very curious, like, ooh, a pro ball's coming over near us. Like, where could it be? And it's like, no, dude, it's going to kill you. A ball's going 200 miles an hour. Like, it's going to kill you.
So one time I screamed, heads up, it's coming for your head. Because I noticed the guy just wasn't moving. And I had to scream everything I could because it was going right at his dome.
But when I hear 4, I mean, you might as well yell fucking, fire in the hole. I mean, I take off. And I'm like this. I'm fucking down on the ground. You don't look up. You don't do nothing. It's actually scary, bro. When when you're playing and the ball starts going like this, it actually gets scary because, fuck. I mean, I shattered a lady's knee in Charlotte. I ducked hook one off 16. The old 16 used to be way different.
You're a menace on the golf course, man.
Bro, I'm fucking terrible.
Wait, are you a menace or
that's an injury?
Like, are you a menace or do all PGA Tour pros have these type of stories? I'm sure they do.
No, we all have the stories. I promise you. Everybody, just no one cares about us enough to actually bring them up. But thankfully, they kind of don't.
We do.
I fucking duck hook one off 16 at Charlotte. This is probably 15 years ago. And there's like trees and bushes. I'm like, hey, where the fuck did that ball go? I go all of a sudden, I go, God damn, there's my ball over there in the first cut. Perfect. I got a great bounce. I get up there and this fucking lady's on her back, holding her knee. Her goddamn knee is like this big all of a sudden. I go, fuck me, God damn,
There's that great bounce.
Guarantee I fucking guarantee.
Give her a glove. She's fine.
Get over there. I go, hey, how we doing? She goes, not good. I think my knee is shattered. The problem is with this whole deal is you've just, injured this person tremendously, right?
Yeah.
And you got to keep going. It's not like you can stay there to make sure that she gets help and gets going. I mean, you're on the fucking clock. You got to keep going. And you're like, I mean, I just almost fucking killed this person, and I got to keep going because the sport goes on. I mean, it's like such an insensitive.
All right, the marshal's like, Pat, let's go. You got 30 seconds. Hit your ball.
I mean, it's like such an insensitive deal. Like, well, fuck, it says on the ticket, no, you fight. I mean, it's pretty brutal. It's fucking brutal.
It's not fair for you guys though. Like if a guy hits a home run in a baseball game and someone's not paying attention and catches a baseball off the chin,
exactly.
No one feels bad about that.
Nobody
but
cares.
When you guys accidentally hit it with, there's no lining, there's no boards, there's no netting. It's just balls going at hundreds of miles an hour, whipping at these people's knees and head. But it's your fault.
You're the asshole for hitting the fucking guy because you didn't hit the fairway that's 23 yards wide.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't get it. You name any other sport, the fucking people are getting hit left and right, and it's like, oh well, fuck, that's just it is what it is. It says on the ticket. But if we do it,
think about asshole. If you throw like a golf ball sized rock at someone at like 15 miles an hour, you are considered like a terrorist. And you guys are hitting golf balls 180 miles an hour just at crowds of people. It's unbelievable.
I mean, think about it. But a guy hits a foul, right? A guy, right hitter hits a foul ball out there, and it gets kind of, in between the right field and first base. The guy doesn't yell, "Watch out!" But nobody gets mad at him.
No.
Right?
No.
But if we don't yell it, I mean, and nobody's, how fucking loud you got to yell, by the way?
Yeah.
To have someone hear you
wind's
from 320 yards?
Right.
Think about that. It's not like you're yelling 15 feet. you're yelling 300 and some yards if the fucking guy is actually listening and paying attention to what's going on.
Totally. They're like chatting. They're looking at their phone. They're trying to see, who's coming up next?
Take the fucking
Pat.
picture, bro. I mean, they don't. Nobody's
Boom!
watching what's going
Just
on the TV.
smokes.
They gotta have like a horn or like a vuvuzela set up on every tee box
horn
for you
would be
guys
good.
For you guys to run to and just blow into it. It's just
I actually told H he needs to start carrying a whistle. I think a whistle would work, or something that yells fire, where people actually pay attention. But yeah, I mean, you're talking about something that takes off the club. Then there's a reaction because it's offline. You're pissed anyway. Then you're like, oh fuck, it's going towards somebody. And by the time you yell, you're talking about, bro, you're talking about like 6 seconds. Yeah. Right. And then someone 320 yards away that's not listening anywhere or paying attention is going to hear you go, oh, fuck. I mean, Bryson's probably getting a little, actually, he's probably not getting a bad deal because if you're actually aiming at the people and you're not saying something, then that's a fucking dick. Right. That's a fucking dick move.
Tell me about what's going on with Bryson getting heckled. How do you feel about? Because we talked about it last show. It's kind of the question is like, is it now crossing the line? People yelling Brooksy at him. People they kind of, I guess, heightened the audio when he hit the ball in the water on like 12 or 11, whatever it was last week, and people were. Nice shot, Bryson. Like, maybe you're spending too much time in the gym, Brooksy. They're screaming at him nonstop. Do you think as a, because any other sport, right, if you're like Alexander Ovechkin gets booed every time he touches the puck, like you hear some brutal shit. Golf, clearly you do not. Is it too much? Is it a significant disadvantage? What do you think as somebody that's been inside the ropes forever?
I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do about it. You're not going to shut him up, that's for sure. So next week is only going to be worse because, New York, they love they're vocal, and that's fine.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know when it's going to go away. I don't know if or I didn't watch a shot last week, from Memphis. So I don't really know, but man, it's been quite a shitstorm for him with this Brooks and Bryson thing. I wish they'd almost say, hey, let's have a match. Let's just have a fucking match. Whoever wins, the other guy's got to shut the fuck up and suck on it for a year. The other guy, he gets worn out. But no one's really going to wear up Brooks, though. That's the thing. Brooks is like the guy's guy. You know what I mean? And I think that's where Bryson's kind of disadvantaged. He's all about golf. He's just trying to do his business. He just wants to be a great golfer and this and that. And Brooks is more, a guy's guy. And, he just got engaged. He's having fun. He's got 4 majors. He's made a fucking ton of bread. He's having fun in life. And Bryson is trying to, get back to where the hell he was when he won the U.S. Open. So I don't know. I don't see it going away. I can only see the New Yorkers having some fun with him next week. And I don't see it calming down anytime soon.
Do you think, in general on tour, among tour players, is there a sentiment of, people enjoying to a degree Bryson getting so much shit because he thinks he's doing it better or different or that he's figured out some answers that none of you other guys have figured out, right? It feels as an outsider that there's at least some sentiment among a lot of the players of this fucking guy thinks he's coming in playing with single length irons and he's spritzing golf balls and he's swinging harder. He's changing his fucking nervous system so he can hit it farther. Guess what, dude? You don't have all the answers, and therefore those people would be in some way kind of enjoying that person who thought he had all the answers is finding out he doesn't really have all the answers.
The only thing I can really say on the whole deal is until you beat Tiger doing whatever he did, and if you've done a different way and beat Tiger, then your way is better. That is one way I can look at it. I've always looked at it that way. I don't give a shit what anybody does, how they train, how they practice, how they eat, how they fuck. I don't give a fuck about any of that. If you don't have Tiger's records, then you haven't done anything.
Right.
That's my opinion because I'm the same age as Tiger. I've seen all these kids come up. I've seen all the greats, all these next great whatevers are supposed to be. there's still the fucking cat who has everything. I mean, the guy has only played how many years in the last 10, and he still holds all the fucking records? I mean, think about that. Think about if he was like me, where he just, he just played his 20th straight year on tour. Fucking guy would have 700 wins. I mean, think about it. Yeah. This guy has been hurt and had all this bullshit go on, and he still has all the stuff that everybody's chasing and will forever, as far as I'm concerned. But nonetheless, I don't like the fact when you think you have all the answers, you think you're smarter than everybody, I don't like that, because, and let me tell you something I would fucking never do, which pissed me off when he actually did it. I would never go after my main sponsor and say, these guys are fucking, basically saying these guys are fucking assholes that can't make me a driver. Okay, well, what he needs to do is go after a company like Crank, a company that makes long drive drivers. Cobra does not make long drive drivers. They make clubs for people that swing like me. Okay? They cannot catch up to his fucking bullshit with the 5-degree drive. When you miss a driver at 5 degrees, by the way, and it's anything in this department, that fucking thing's going that way. When you swing and your ball speed 200 miles an hour, look at the long drive contest. Riggs, I guarantee you boys, all you boys have watched the long drive contest at some point. Why do you think they give them fucking 8 balls? And then of the 8 balls, how many are actually findable?
Like, I mean, bro, 2,
they take off that way. Okay? There's a reason why when a guy can actually win a bunch of long drive contests, it's like a goddamn miracle. To actually get a ball in play at 240 miles an hour is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Now, Bryson went down that route because he thought that, he needed the distance and all this other bullshit. Now, where's the fucking driver from U.S. Open? Where's the driver from Bay Hill? He just won Bay Hill in March a few months ago. That seemed to work. Everybody fucking was raw when he fucking doing this bullshit on sticks, right? Where's that driver? So you cannot go after your company. If I was Cobra, I'd say you can go fuck yourself. You're out.
I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't. I mean,
if I was Cobra, I'd say, look, motherfucker.
They sort of were like, what the fuck? They said what Pat just said. Like, how are we supposed to keep up? Every day he has a different degree, and he's trying to achieve speeds, ball speed, and like swing speed that we just can't keep up with. Like, one day we send it to him, and the next day he has a new loft and a new swing speed. So like, what are we supposed to do?
No way.
Yeah, I mean, like his right-hand man there called him like an 8-year-old crybaby.
Yeah, I know those guys at Cobra. I can promise you, between him and his coaches, and even Tim, who took off finally, he couldn't fucking take it anymore. Those guys worked their fucking dicks off. Now, if I all of a sudden put on 35 pounds and I got my ball speed at 205, and I called Mr. Bob Parsons, I said, Bob, I got a lot more fucking speed. I'm getting ready to come into January in 4 months. I'm going to have 25 more ball speed. Can we work on something that's going to work with that? Bob will go, fuck yeah, let's do it. But never would I ever go, fuck Bob Parsons and fucking PXG and all this other bullshit. These guys are fucking, you don't do it. These guys at Cobra have worked their ass off to help him, get his deal. You don't go after the sponsors. I don't give a fuck what kind of mood you're in or what you think or whatever. If a company's putting that kind of work with you and time, you don't wear them out on national television and embarrass them like they've done nothing.
Right. Bryson
That's one thing I do know over 20 years.
Yeah. Bryson doesn't have very many friends or allies right now. The last thing you need to do is be burning a bridge of a sponsor.
Of a sponsor, your main sponsor, no less. I mean, thankfully, I've got 4 unbelievable sponsors, and if I got, not that I've had a problem with them, but if I do, I go, hey, let's try to make this the best, because I'm a team guy. I go, hey, how can we make this better? Let's get this going. But I'm going to an interview, and someone goes, hey, what do you think about that? It's fucking bullshit. It sucks. No. You don't do it. You just don't do it, And that was embarrassing as all hell at the British Open what Bryson did for Cobra. I mean, after all they've been through. I mean, the guy won U.S. Open, he just won Bay Hill, and you're gonna embarrass him like that. It's terrible. It's childish.
I love how your sponsors are all so perfect for you. Who is it again? It's PXG, Jordan. Who's that? Who are the other? What's the?
I've got William Murray. I've got MGM Resorts.
Yeah.
I've got PXG. And I've got what the fuck? What did I say? William Murray, PXG, Jordan. and the fuck's the other one? How did I miss one?
You said MGM.
MGM.
Oh, you got it. You got all four. You got
Yeah,
it.
you got all four.
Yeah.
You're just saying only 3 each time, but you got all
Yeah.
four.
But it's just so perfectly like Pat Perez. Like it's almost
Right.
like I don't know how that came to fruition. It's almost like you had a team sit together and like mold your like what are all your likes and what are like all the things that people know about you, and they just
Bro, I
got you
did
the
them all.
perfect sponsors. It's so
I
good.
did them all. I worked to get them all, and I got them. You know, I do my own stuff. I do all my own stuff. But I'm only going to be 20 years in now. I'm only going to be with companies that I love the people that are there, and I believe in what they can do, and they're like family to me. So I'm only going to be with people like that going forward, because I don't want to say it's not about the money, because that's fucking bullshit, but it's about the people that are in the company that you're with. If the people in the company suck, then I don't want to be with them. I actually null and voided a contract earlier in the year because I didn't believe in the product, and then the guy wanted to be a fucking psycho, so I got out of that, you know. But Bob Parsons, unbelievable man. You know, Lance Evans and his team at MGM are incredible. You know, William Murray, Bill Murray. I mean, I'm in business with Bill Murray and Michael Jordan.
So good.
I mean, really? Does it fucking? I mean, do I even have to explain it? I mean,
It's actually funny that the way that you have set up yours seems radical when that's actually how it should be, because it's just things that you like.
It's everything I love. That's what's amazing. It's everything I love, and
So it's
I mean,
easy.
I couldn't be any luckier. I literally could not be any luckier. I'm coming to my 20th season, and I literally have it. I got it by the balls. I never thought I would have I never thought I'd have this kind of life. Somehow I do, and I'm grateful every day for it. I've got amazing family, fans. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing to think that I have people that actually care about me outside of my family. About my golf. I mean, my dad just had quintuple bypass surgery 3 days ago.
How's he doing?
He's doing great. He's home. He's great. But I mean, the outloving, the outcry and the love and the support we felt for the last 5 days has been fucking incredible. I mean, the golf world is so amazing in that way, because there's a lot of memes, there's a lot of bullshit that goes on and jokes about that. But when you put something serious out there, like your dad had quintuple bypass, the world comes together like, hey man, we're pulling for you. We love your dad. I mean, it's fucking. It makes you feel really cool when something like that happens. Like, all the jokes aside, all the bullshit, and someone, it's a serious matter. It's your father. Everyone's got a father. It's like, it's a serious deal, and it was fucking cool that everybody, gave us well wishes, and because so many people know my dad because he's been the starter at the Farmers Insurance Open now for 30 plus years. I mean, it's incredible. He knows everybody, and I was even going to reach out to Tiger because Tiger looks at him, he gives him a hug every time he sees him, and if it was going to go south, I was going to send Tiger a message, hey man, I need a fucking video from my dad, and I guarantee he would have done it. Tiger and I we're not the closest of friends, and we don't have to be, but he loves my dad, and and they give a but it's shit like that makes life. You realize how precious it is, but also how small the golf world is. The golf family, it's small. It's small. So to make enemies in it is fucking stupid. Really stupid.
How old's the baby, Pat?
She's almost 3. The boy is coming in 3 weeks.
Boy's 3 weeks out right now. Wow.
He's actually he was supposed to come Thursday of next week.
Okay.
Was supposed to, but the doctor said you got to wait till September 1. Ashley's a little hesitant, but I said, you're fucking waiting.
Hey, he's conscious of the playoffs. He wants to make sure Dad's gonna get through.
Of course. God, if I can somehow get on a decent run next week, and I've never really played Liberty National that well. I love it. I played with the Firemen. It's the first time that they opened it. I mean, it's such a cool joint. The fact you got that fucking Statue of Liberty right there. I mean, and then you got New York. I mean, it's such a cool joint. I mean, it's such a fucking great joint. Being up in that part of the world is just phenomenal. But it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I can't wait.
How do you feel about your game going in?
My game's a lot better than it was 7 weeks ago. 7 weeks ago, I thought about quitting, to be honest with you.
Come on.
I was in probably one of the worst spots I've been fuck, I can't even tell you how long, to be honest with you. Yeah, it just wasn't, Drew and I just weren't really clicking. And, and then I saw Claude at Congaree, Claude Harmon, and I said, hey, man, I need some fucking help. And he helped me, and literally every day now I've hit it unbelievable. And he's helped me not only get into the playoffs, which I really didn't think was possible, but now I don't even have to go to this week at Wyndham because I'm so far inside the number that, and I'm so looking forward to like the next 15 years of my life with this kind of knowledge. I can't tell you, the excitement is through the roof. I'm just really excited. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to win next week or even get to the second playoff because we started so late, but I think next year, I've got such a different mindset of kind of where I want to be. And, I've got like this new purpose in life, with the new boy coming and baby coming, and new golf game. I have this whole new vision of like what's going to happen between now and 60. I can't wait.
Wow.
Let's go.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Go right
now.
now.
Claude
Come
tell
on,
you?
Pat. PP.
Can you let some of this information out? Like, what's this like new look on the golf game? Like, is it
Nets. Getting better at golf. Trent recently got better at golf. Is that right, Trent?
Yes, I got much, much, much better. And a big part of that was practice.
Would you say practice helped you get better at the golf?
I'd say John Tillery was number one, and then 1B is practice.
Well, it's not easy for everybody to just practice golf because as we discuss on this show actually with Mr. Pat Perez, you're hitting a tiny ball hundreds of miles an hour, very far distances. It's dangerous. You probably don't own hundreds of yards of earth, so it can be tricky. Enter automatic ball return net. All right? This thing is money, the net return. You're going to love this thing. Set up in 5 minutes or less. Highly portable, no directions needed. Handles ball speeds of over 225 miles per hour, which is not going to be you. It's got a 250,000 shot guarantee. The net return. That's what we're talking about here.
this thing? Can I talk about this thing?
Testimonial time. Frankie Borrelli.
I have it set up in my backyard. All right. They
Yes.
sent this box. I sent the text message to Trent. I sent the text message to Pilar, who is working. She's on the merch team. And I said, I didn't know who sent this box. I said, who sent me the heaviest box in the world, right? And I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, what is this thing, the net return? And I'm like, who sent this to me? I'm looking at it. I'm opening it up. It's got these pipes. It's got these colors. It's got this netting. I'm like, holy crap, this is a fucking golf net. I go to their website. There's this nice man who apparently like made the net. Has a nice tutorial on how to put it together. It seems like it would be incredibly hard to do, but you put color to color. The net starts to be put together. All of a sudden, you have this net in your backyard. It's got our name on it. It's got the Foreplay logo. This thing's phenomenal. When I tell you, you could swing a ball, you could swing a club and hit a golf ball harder than Bryson DeChambeau does, and the ball will just softly sit in the net and bounce right back to your feet, like you wouldn't even notice that this thing was hit at 250 miles an hour. The reception of the ball, the way that it receives the ball is a technology in which I don't know how they did it, because I put the net together. I don't know how it's set up for the fact that it's so good that the ball doesn't go through or goes under or goes over or it bounces back and hits you in the face, right? Like you'd think something that you had to put together just wouldn't be good or wouldn't be quality. Fuck, man. It is such a good piece of practicing. It is such a good piece of product. I go back there. I was out there today hitting golf balls into it.
You can get 10% off by going to thenetreturn.com and use the code 4play10 for 10% off all products at checkout. So you go to thenetreturn.com, use the code 4play10, that's one word, FOREPLAY 10, 4play10. You get 10% off at thenetreturn.com.
Drew and I, we worked forever. I love Drew like a brother, so I'm not shitting on Drew at all. I promise you. Drew's like a brother to me. But we just, the information just wasn't coming around. So I saw Claude. He goes, I see you doing this. I want you to do this, which was kind of the opposite of what I did. And I started to fucking feel it. I started to hit different shots. Like, God damn it, this is what the fuck I'm looking for. Where the hell has this shit been? That's what I'm looking for. And the last, 7 weeks, I've been in contention 4 times. And I'm like, fuck, this is where I used to be. This is the shit I'm accustomed to. I want to be on top. I'm used to being on top, you know, and it's just been nice. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not like we've spent that much time together, Claude and I. We're going to do more next year. We're going to be together for a while now. So, but it was just information that got me in the right spots in the swing to give me a hell of a lot more confidence in what I'm doing and hit shots, you know, that are in play. I mean, it's really not that complicated of a game if you can make it kind of simple. You know what I mean? I mean, and that sounds stupid, I know, but he made it very simple for me to hit shots and go, fuck, I get that. I mean, that makes a – why the fuck has I never heard that before? Wow. And, you know, I finished 10th at Congaree, and then I went home like I came home. I drank a whole bottle of bourbon. I couldn't believe it. I was so fucking excited. Like, I think I've gotten there. I said, I think I'm going to get to these fucking playoffs. I think I'm going to make it because I've never missed a year. This is my 20th year straight. We're never losing my card. So I'm like, fuck, I can't believe that this is actually going to come true. And sure as shit, then I finished 10th, 11th, and 14th with him in 4 weeks. Yeah. And it gave me enough points to get to Liberty National. You know, it was a little late in the timing of it on my part, but at least I'm going to get there. So I don't know if I can get to the 70, which is fine. But, you know, I'm very excited for the next year and the years to come after that because at least I've got another chance again. I mean, I had literally the longest, shittiest year of my life being away from my wife and baby and being on the road for, you know, 26 weeks just in 2021 alone, you know, with COVID and all the other bullshit going on and playing shitty. It's like people don't understand the life of a tour player if it's not, you know, John Rahm winning the U.S. Open or fucking, you know, Colin Morikawa winning fucking it's different for the guys that don't win all the time. It's a long, miserable, shitty road that, you know, but that's all I have. That's all I have. I don't have another skill. I don't have something that I can go out and make a couple $1 million a year doing other than this. So put that, you know, with the, you know, new baby coming and wife, another baby, it's like, fuck, man, it's real shit. It's real. So the pressure of it is incredible, but the relief that I had after finishing 11th at Minnesota and having enough points, I can't tell you. Me and H went to dinner. I looked across and said, can you fucking believe that just happened? We're done. We're set. We're in. And I laid in that seat on Delta going home, and I couldn't even believe it. I could not believe it. But, you know, I've had some miracles in my career over 20 years that have happened, like things you just can't explain that happened. And that day that Claude helped me, because I just happened to run into him. I happened to run into him on the range and said, bro, I would love to get some help. He was all right, let's take a look at it. And then I played with DJ 18 holes, and then DJ invited me to stay with him. And, you know, we had this whole week of like, it just all kind of like a coming to Jesus type thing. And then I worked with him like 3 or 4 of the weeks, and here I'm going to fucking Liberty National again. And I never would have thought it was going to happen, because if I stay on the same path 7 weeks ago, I'd be sitting here right now telling you what else I'm going to do in life, because the golf career would have been over.
Wow.
I mean, that's how shitty it is. When you start getting to a point of, fuck, bro, I'm 45 and change. You start thinking, God damn it, can I get to 50? Because I have lifetime stats basically when I get to 50 on the Champ Tour. But you got to get to 50, right? It's not that easy. You look at most guys' careers from 45 to 50, they're shitty, right? I mean, like Ernie, Retief, Allenby, Appleby, all these guys have played all these, you know, big President's Cup and Ryder Cup teams. They don't really have any stats from like 47 to 50. They kind of lose it by the point like, well, fuck, man, can I even come back? Can I that? These are questions I had this year. Like, am I even going to do it anymore? Am I worth it? Can I do it? Can I pull us out? You know, am I too old? Am I fucking whatever? These are serious things that go on when you get in your 20th year.
Plus, you stick a loss to us in there, and it's really dark days, right? Like, we love you, but I would have taken credit for ending your goddamn career. I really would have. I would have been like, that guy never played golf again after he lost to the 4-play fucking.
You guys have no idea how many times I hear about that. Bro, that putt was fucking brutal on the last. I know, bro, I was there.
Yeah, I hit it. Yeah, no, I know. I saw it.
What else we got? Fuck, we got all kinds of shit. I haven't talked to you guys in months. We got so much action that happened.
Dude, we got Olympic stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Oh, I got one for you. What do you think about Mr. fucking Slovakia finishing silver? That's kind of a touchy subject, but not really.
I mean, I feel like not particularly liked. What do you think?
You can't be born in South Africa. You can't have dual citizenship in South Africa and U.S., have a United Kingdom passport, marry a girl from Slovakia, and all of a sudden fucking hold your goddamn hands up that high because you think you want a fucking silver for Slovakia. Now, don't get me wrong. Phenomenal play. 61. Yeah. He showed the balls that he has to fucking close because that's what Rory does. He's not afraid of shit. Rory 17 is not afraid of anything. But should you have been there? That's the question.
I mean, no. I would say just
the answer
outright
is
no. And
the answer
is the point
no.
where, like, how does he even feel good about it? Like Rory McIlroy even said, I wouldn't have felt going because I wouldn't be proud to have the national anthem for England or for North Ireland or for anybody.
I told everybody, you couldn't give me, I don't give a fuck what you gave me. You could give me nothing on this entire planet to represent another country other than the United States. I don't give a fuck what you gave me. I don't care if you gave me, it doesn't matter what you gave me. You couldn't give me anything to represent anything other than the greatest country in the world that I live in right now, the United States of America. Nothing.
$100 million.
In the standard like this with the fucking thing playing, this motherfucker doesn't even know what the fuck any of the words are for the entire fucking national anthem.
$100 million, you're not going to play for Canada?
Not a fucking chance.
Wow.
I don't need $100 million.
I know.
I got a lot of money. I don't have $100 million. I got enough. But you give me a fucking $1 billion. I'm not going to Canada. I'm not going to fucking Ethiopia. I'm not going anywhere.
All right.
What about you, Frankie?
You know why? You know what? Frankie, I got this for you because when you stand on that fucking podium and you're standing there going, motherfucker, I'm not from this country, and everybody knows it. Everybody fucking knows it. And it's going to feel shitty because everybody fucking knows it. That's why you feel shitty.
When it comes to the Olympics, I agree. Like the Olympics are all about like you playing for your country, and at that point, like there really shouldn't be you shouldn't be reaching to try and get onto a podium, trying to get into contention. The Olympics are something that's so specific to like guys and girls work their fucking lives, their entire lives just to wear those tracksuits during that opening ceremony. And I love the Olympics, the ancient Greeks, all that stuff about it. I just love everything about the Olympiad is my new thing. I'm calling it.
Yeah.
I agree with you. He should not have been able to sing the national anthem getting married into a country is preposterous. I'm sorry. Like that's
the fact that her
just
brother
not true.
is the fucking guy that runs the golf. I mean, the whole thing worked out perfect for him. I got this for you. The thing didn't work out perfect for him, where her brother was the guy that leads the fucking golf and the whole deal. He would have never done it. I mean, everybody knows him. He's South African. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck how long he lived in the United States in Dallas with his ex-wife. He is from South Africa. Yet none of the South Africans really like take to him because he's not really South African, right? Or whatever. But nonetheless, I mean, he's got a United Kingdom passport, right? He's got dual citizenship in the U.S. and South Africa. How in the hell could you possibly go and feel good about yourself being from Slovakia?
So Frankie, to confirm the flip-flop, you're saying no to the $100 million.
I'd have to really sit down and think about that one. All right. At first, I said I'd take six figures, but now it's
I heard that.
I mean, 100 mil, guys. Like I do like Canada. I mean, I like hockey, but I don't know.
$100 million to win a gold medal in golf for Canada. I'd do it in a heartbeat. What are you talking about?
I was going to say, I don't think I'm in a position to turn down $100 million. I don't think I'm there.
I love America. I'm a huge U.S. guy. I don the stars and stripes, red, white, and blue all the time. But $100 million, I'll move to Bermuda. I'll move to I don't care.
You wear an American pin.
Let me ask this question, because I had a decent debate with John Rahm on this. Where do you actually put a gold medal win in the Olympics as far as wins in golf? Like, where do you guys? I don't know if you guys. I'm sure you guys had a special on this.
Yeah.
But where do you put that win? Do you put it like a Barracuda win? Do you put it a little higher, a little lower? Do you put it? It's not Memphis. We know that. It's not a fucking major. We know that. It's not Augusta. So where do you guys put a gold medal win?
So we discussed it right before the Olympics, and we had basically the exact same conversation. I think we settled on, and it kind of depended each guy, but like somewhere similar maybe to like a PGA Tour, like Bay Hill or something of that nature. Maybe a little higher, maybe like for us as fans, not for you guys, but us as fans.
It's not even close to Bay Hill. It's not even fucking close.
Really?
So that's interesting because we said what Riggs said, but then we said to the players we thought it would probably mean more, but it sounds like you might be saying different.
But Pat, are you taking like the field into like consideration?
First of all, there's only how many guys were there? 60?
Something like that, yeah. I think it was 60.
Okay. How many of the 60 were in the top 200?
Not all of them, I know that.
You know that because the two Indian guys were 500. Okay, and then so how many guys we know the 4 were in the top 10 from the US. We know that. Rom didn't get to go. Okay, Bryson didn't get to go. DJ, here's how I classify this type of thing. When you have top players in the world turning it down, that's bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Rom, he was going to go because he knows that it was important for Spain. Rory only went because he fucking basically got bullied into it or guilted into it for not playing for Ireland. That we know. Okay. But if you look at the other countries, our top Americans didn't go. You know, how many top players were there of the 60?
Yeah, but I will say like Rory,
I'm not trying to take anything away. I'm not trying to take anything away from Xander. It's a win. It's a win. Would he tell you that it's bigger than winning in Memphis last week? Not a chance in hell. Not a chance.
But I would say like Rory came out and said that he was wrong. Like he's like, yeah, my thoughts about it over the last 4 or 5 years, missing it last time. Now that I'm here and I've been a part of it, this is one of the most special things I've ever been a part of, and I changed my mind. It is special,
but special, and the equivalent of how big the win is are different. It is special. Don't get me wrong. If you're from the right country, it's going to be special. Like if you're from Slovakia, it's going to be special, right?
Yeah, I would also say though, I think it's interesting. I would guess that for someone like Xander, I feel like the gold medal would be, he would take that over a lot of PGA Tour wins because he doesn't need a lot of the stuff that you get from PGA Tour wins versus someone else who the couple years of status and the $1.5 million or $2 million will mean more, whereas Xander's sort of reaching a level where he's just adding up accomplishments now. I mean, he's going to be set forever. So I wonder how much that would factor in, where like the prestige of an Olympic gold medal versus the actual perks that come with winning a PGA Tour event. Like he doesn't need those perks. He doesn't need to like have a couple years of exemptions. He doesn't need, the extra $1 million or whatever. He like has all this other stuff. He's going to have all that for 20 or 30 years. I wonder how much that would factor in.
How many majors is Xander?
I was waiting for that one.
Does Xander have?
Yeah. I know the answer. Do you?
I know the answer, but I don't know that has anything to do with
how many
he compares a regular tour event versus
how many majors does Brooks have? How many majors does Brooks have?
He's got 4.
Who decided to go and who decided not to?
Yeah, but this is exactly what I read. I read this article from Eamon Lynch last week.
It's not about reading it. It's fucking exactly that. DJ,
no, but you're taking off. Brooks. You're taking people that like and I'm going to quote Eamon Lynch here, like, you are taking the review of a person that never ate at the restaurant because, like, you heard that maybe it's not good, or maybe you went to a restaurant that you thought was better.
They don't
like,
fucking care about it. They don't care about it.
Because they've never went. Like, Destin Johnson has never gone. So it's like, how could you ever take
He doesn't fucking care about it.
Because he's never experienced it. Like, that's the argument that we're trying to make is, like, Rory went and experienced it. He's like, it's fucking awesome.
They also got invited to go when it was fucking terrible. There's only been 2 in the last how many years? 140 years, and they've both been fucking shitty. There's been nobody there. Now, if you had full deal, they could go and watch the other sports, all the other fucking bullshit that goes on. Maybe all the top players would have gone, but they got invited in the last 2 times where it's the absolute shittiest time to go to the Olympics. So that's probably why not. Now, the other top players, the other top athletes of the entire world of the other fucking sports, they go because they have to go at that time. Rowing, sand volleyball, all these other things, they have to go because there is no other window for them. There is no other time for them to do anything, so they have to go. DJ was number 1 in the world for a long fucking time. He's going to be number 1, again. Rahm, he got fucking this bullshit COVID thing, so he couldn't get to go. DeChambeau, same thing. Brooks turned it down. Rory, reluctant to go. If you look at these things, it's not about you cannot compare these things to a major or winning, a PGA Tour event. You cannot measure it that way. I'm not taking anything away from Xander because he won. But Rory finished he lost in a playoff. So what did he get out of the whole thing? What did he actually get? What the fuck did Hideki get? Hideki should have probably won. He didn't get anything out of it.
They got memories.
You got these 2 poor bastards.
They got memories for a lifetime.
You got these other 2 poor bastards, Sungjae and Siwoo, who now have to go to fucking military because of it. I mean, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. If you qualify, if you want a players championship and you've qualified for the Olympics, that's enough to not go to the fucking military. Now, that's me looking at it. Now, Siwoo has to report within 2 years now and disappear. Now, Sungjae, Sangmoon Bae, and Sung Yul know exactly what that's like. They couldn't play dead in the Western now. They went away for 2 years, and these guys are literally fucking almost out of the game. And Sangmoon, he played the President's Cup before he left. How is that not important enough to the country to go, we need this fucking guy to represent our country?
This is something we all agree on, by the way. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, where it's just like they seem far more useful promoting their country as one of the best golfers in the world, as opposed to having to do mandatory military service.
It's ridiculous.
We pumped this guy like crazy. He's got a podcast, but his name's Joe Rogan. Just had a North Korean defector on his show, and I'm halfway through it. Boys, there's shit going on over there on that side of the world that, like, they may need all the bodies they could possibly get to be fighting, like, for their, like, rights and freedom on South. You know what I mean? Like, there's some crazy shit that's going on just on that side of the world that, like, man, I would be afraid to not go to. Like, that's why they are just reporting. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
But I've asked Sungjae, I've asked Siwoo, and I asked Sangmoon Bae, I asked all of them. I said, then why don't you just not go back? I said, your parents are here anyway in Dallas. They go, fuck. They come with some fucking bullshit, but, obviously when you're 26 and you're from a country, I get it. We don't have those mandatory things like,
You get don't they get like ruthlessly publicly shamed forever if they do that?
They may, but I mean, there's different levels of people in every country. There just is. When you won a players championship and you've qualified for the fucking Olympics in a sport, that to me means exemption for one guy. Okay, it doesn't mean you're going to have 1,000 of those guys, but one guy, you just go, look, Siwoo, you're going to pay us 50% tax for the next 3 years, because you're not going to do military, so you're going to fucking fund our deal. Okay, fine. He would do that hard. He'd give you 100% of the money. I guarantee you. I know Siwoo very well. Another Claude guy. He would pay 100% of all his money to not go to this fucking deal. But my whole point, the whole thing was I was trying to figure out where you guys thought the Olympics was in the whole deal, because when you have top players turning the shit down to me, that's a sign of going, it's just not that important.
And
It's
you
just
are
so new to us, which sucks. Like, I just think that you got to give it some time. Like, and I think guys have to bite the bullet and just go to make it have its prestige. The prestige of the Olympics are there. The personal accomplishment of winning a gold medal is there. Mm-hmm. It's just we're always going to have the argument, like, was it enough because of the field? And that's honestly on the guys. That's on the guys on the PGA Tour. That's their fault. Like, you'll never get the prestige unless they just show up. Once those guys show up, it will just be at that level that we want it to be. It'll be like a tour event. It'll be right there with a major. Like Novak Djokovic talks about how it's the perfect like ending to his career, being able to have like medals next to his Grand Slam majors because he's beating the best in the world. It is like the best feeling to cap off your career with gold medals. Like, wouldn't that be an awesome cap off to like Rory McIlroy's career or Bryson DeChambeau? But that's on them. That's their fault for not showing up. It's not the fucking Olympics. Like,
I'm telling you right now, if I qualified, I'd fucking be there in a heartbeat. Yeah. So I'm not taking anything away from Xander's win. I promise you, I'm not. It's an incredible accomplishment. He's gonna have his entire life. I mean, fucking ask Michael Phelps how he's doing with his medals. Ask him if he thinks they're important. Of course he does. Yeah. I know Michael very well. I talk to him all the time. Of course he does. But when it comes to fucking golf, see, swimming, you got to remember the other sports. They don't have these big, massive things. We have them every week, bro. We got them every fucking week. Okay? We got them every week. And then you have 4 majors, you got 4 WGCs. So when you put the Olympics in there, and you've got guys from fucking India and all these other, countries that never get into a PGA Tour field, it diminishes the value of the win, whether you want to believe it or not. So,
it definitely does.
I think we're with you on that. And Frankie's point is like, well, we have to grow it. Like the players have to grow that experience to show it off, to make it the pinnacle, because it is like all those other sports. It is the pinnacle. The thing
it's a shame. It's a shame that it fell on the last 2 deals where nobody could go and the fucking bullshit COVID and all this other bullshit. It's a shame that's why it went down that route. Everybody's worried about fucking Zika. I mean, not one person got fucking Zika when they were down there. So that's why a lot of guys didn't go. Now this time, COVID, the fucking testing, that.
Yeah.
Nobody got COVID while there. Not one Olympian. These are the elite of the fucking elite of the elite.
Now imagine it was that crowd. Imagine it was the best of the world. 1 through 50 in the top world rankings were all in the Olympics, and the guy from India ended up winning. How amazing of a story
it would be fucking amazing.
And the prestige, awesome. Right? That is why it would be worth it to compete.
That's what I want to see. I want to see the top 50 in the fucking world.
But they have to show up. Like the Olympics are like, hey, we have this event, come, and they're just like, no, like we'll never get there. Like it's like, what else are you supposed to do?
I asked, I know these guys so well. DJ, Brooks, these other, I'm like, why the fuck would you guys not go? But see, why would Rory pay? It's like, fuck, he's basically paying like, fucking being forced to go. Shane Lowry, he couldn't wait to go. Mm-hmm. These guys can't wait to go. I would fucking I'd go right now.
How would you change the format? Would you change the format at all? Like, how would you make this worth it?
Booking tee times, very cool, very fun, very exciting. You get the boys, the crew, maybe the girls excited for the weekend. You start chirping about matches, where you're going to play. Woo! Barstool Golf Time app. That is the way to do it. We curated our own app, our own application for mobile devices to book tee times. Not only can you book the tee times, but you can leave reviews. You can post photos. You can post your own videos of said golf courses so that your fellow golfers, your friends out there, can take that advice, book tee times accordingly, and then leave their own reviews as well. And you get rewards for doing it, gentlemen.
And there's weeks that will come out with different specials, right? When Trent broke 100, there was the Breaking 100 special where if you booked within that time frame, or if you booked a certain amount of golf rounds during that time frame, we rewarded you with extra points. We have said many times that if you are a golfer and you're going to be playing golf and booking tee times, it is as simple as just downloading the correct app where you're going to be getting rewards for it. We are going to be giving out rewards. I've often said that I will have a nice Italian dinner at Borrelli's waiting for whoever ends up with the most points at the end of the year, subject to if you're a weirdo and I don't want to deal with you. But if you're a normal person and you end up being the winner, I will play golf. We'll go to Borelli's. Like, there's going to be a lot of things that we can now. There's a lot of incentives for just playing golf. Like, you're going to book a tee time anyway. Download the Barstool Tee Time app. It's as simple as that.
It is that simple. It's kind of crazy. If you wouldn't do it, you'd be a moron. Book your tee time now by downloading our new Barstool Golf Time app, available now in the App Store.
In my opinion, it should be a team format anyway. We have enough single events in our deal, but you look at like swimming, right? You got butterfly, you got fucking freestyle, you got all these fucking deals, and then you got the 4-man fucking relay, which everybody loves. I fucking love that more than anything. The track and field 4x100 relay. I mean, I love that shit. Actually, the best thing is the synchronized. The synchronized diving. I couldn't fucking find anybody to do what I do, jumping off a diving board. But nonetheless, but see, those are the kind of things that makes the Olympics great, because it's a sports you don't see all the time. We have 48 tournaments on the PGA Tour. Okay, so you're just kind of watching another sport.
Totally. See, that's my gripe with it. It feels like what we see 50 times a year, and at some level, it's like, all right, mix it up. Why don't they do what they do in college? It should be like 2 or 3 days of stroke play. You have stroke play individual champions, and then you get to like a match play with 16 teams, and you narrow it down to one. That'd be fucking awesome.
Or what my counterpoint to that is when MJ was with the Olympics and they were winning gold, like people loved it. And it's the same fucking sport they watch 81 times a year on the same team. That's just because the best players in the world went there, dominated, and it was like the biggest thing of all time.
Isn't it amazing?
What's the difference there?
The USA basketball team could send their fucking C team and still win. That's what's unbelievable. It's amazing how good that fucking sport is in our deal. And the women's is even more dominant. The women's basketball team is the most dominant sport in the Olympics.
Right.
What I would say is the my counter would be like, it'd be like, to me, Frankie, it'd be like if those same teams from the NBA went and just played as the same teams against the same teams, like 7 games over 2 weeks.
Because they're watching a bunch of great players who you normally wouldn't see play together.
Right. Exactly. Whereas what's different about that is that they're actually like different players playing together. What's different? Why
do you think that the Ryder Cup and the President's Cup are literally the most watched thing by each country? Because it's such a different deal. Because you see team coming together. If the Olympics was that way, it would be the same way. You've got a few individuals and I want to see a different. Rick, what you said is like perfect. You do a qualifying, you do like a 16-man deal, like every other sport does in the Olympics. It would be phenomenal. We've already got 50. No, not 50. We do have 48 tournaments coming up. There's one match play deal. So there's 49 tournaments of single individual events. The Olympics needs to be completely different. Completely different.
I like that.
Yeah, and they made that format, like they just invented that format in college basically for TV, and it is delivered. Like the college, the women's and the men's, the way it finishes up is awesome.
Yeah, we won National 96. Tiger won the individual. It's like nobody really cared about, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying no one cared, but they kind of cared, but it wasn't as big as Tiger winning the individual as it was us winning the team. Because the team got together, Tiger went and fucking grabbed, himself. Because he was by himself. The team thing is the deal there in the fucking
dude, in the college, you have them like hooting and hollering from the greens. They're like hooting and hollering back to their players behind them, like doing their school. I remember like the Mississippi State girls were like doing the bark back to their, like everybody's going crazy. So that type of environment feels like golf is missing that in the Olympics. The most camaraderie that you get is in the practice round when they like play practice rounds together. That's it.
The PGA, we are missing that. We are missing that a lot, first of all, because people associate with that kind of stuff. Because everything that basically the fan watch is a team deal. Like right now, they're watching their training camps to see where their team's going to be coming up because the first game is tomorrow, preseason game and all that stuff. That's the kind of stuff. Like I said, when Tiger walked off and won the national championship, he just kind of went to his car and left. I got to celebrate with my coach and 4 other players, and we had a fucking hell of a time, even though Tiger felt better. because he beat the shit out of all of us. But there's very few times in this sport, our sport, it's too individual. But if you can make it, like I watched the rowing the first 2 days of the Olympics. I'm like, fuck, all 4 of those girls are together. They're all together. They're all rowing their fucking ass off and this and that. When you start watching individual sports, I'm involved in individual sport. And when it comes to golf, when you have 47 individual events every year, the last thing you want to fucking watch is other individual events. The Olympics should be a team event. If they don't like it, you know what? I don't know what to tell you, but I actually think that more people would be behind it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
What do
definitely
you
agree with
think?
that.
I think
agree.
that's right. I think we got some answers there. I think that was the right way to go.
And I'm not putting down. I promise you, I'm not putting down the Olympics. I'm not putting down Xander. It's a great win. He's gonna have a medal his entire life. I just don't put it up there with a major or a WGC or a FedEx win or anything like that because the field is just not there. In my opinion, he beat 15 players. That's my opinion. But that's actually who he beat was 15 players.
What do you think about all the talk with the cat? Like a lot of people, I think, because a lot of Olympic fans, maybe it's like their first time watching a lot of golf or something. They said that the caddy should be getting a gold medal as well.
Fuck no. Until you hit a shot, you get a fucking medal.
That's a good call.
Yep.
I mean,
That's right.
we said like we don't.
should
The
be
caddy
all
doesn't
the
get a
medal.
fucking
The
green
problem
jacket.
with a lot of these guys today, they think they're so fucking cool and special because they're making so much money. That's the difference in what's going on. The Tony Navarros, the guys of back in the day, the Steve Williams, the guys that fucking, worked their ass off and made like a $15,000 check because the money wasn't there until Tiger came in. They're the same guy. But the fact these guys are making so much money today, they think they're so special because they're making so much money. You're no different than the caddies back in the 80s. Bruce Edwards of the day, right? With Tom Watson. He was a phenomenal caddy, right? But these guys think they're so cool because they're making so much bread and, they think they're like a different level. Oh, I'm making so much money. I'm fucking different. No, you're not. You haven't hit a shot yet. You haven't hit a shot. I mean, I got a pissing match with Steve Williams one day. I played a pack shot with Tiger and he's like, oh, fuck, you think you're fucking da-da-da. All you've won is a Bob Hope. I said, you know what, Steve? I've won one more fucking tournament than you have. I said, you know the difference with me and Steve? I would hit every fucking shot that week. I said, fuck, I can get anybody caddy for Tiger. Right. At the time, this is like 15 years ago. This is like 09, right? I said, fuck, I can get anybody caddy for Tiger. This is the greatest players ever walked the earth, right? I said, I've won one more than you. I hit every fucking shot. You stand over here and watch your boy fucking flag it every time. I said, so yeah, I've only won the Hope. And if you want to qualify that, that's fine. But I said, I hit every fucking shot that week.
Really glad
Last
I
time I
asked that
checked.
question.
I'm really glad you
And
did
I'm
too.
not saying he should have got my boy H, because my boy H is the fucking best.
Totally.
That motherfucker's been with me from the start. But you know what? He never thinks he's too big for business. He never thinks he's too fucking cool. But he's family. I'm not really talking shit about the caddies, but there are some out there. I'm not going to mention names tonight, but there are some guys that really think they're fucking incredible because their player is amazing.
A few more glasses of whiskey, we might be able to get some caddy names out.
We might get better.
Exactly.
If we stay on a few more hours, it might happen.
I mean, you're like everyone thinks that. Right? I mean, it has at some point, like you just know that the guy's not fucking playing, and if he's getting cocky or he's getting crazy, it's ridiculous. I mean, there's only a level that caddy can get to, right? Of respect when it comes to like how much they actually put into the win.
Right,
and I think the good caddies know that. Like,
No, they don't know. They don't all know that. They don't all know that.
But Frank, you were right. That question originally, the question, should they get a medal, that came from non-golf people who were watching.
Right.
There's no
golf
fucking
for the first
chance
time.
in hell that those guys should get a medal. Not a chance in hell.
I think that's
same
right.
reason they don't get a green jacket or a piece of the U.S. Open trophy. Or...
Did fucking Steve Williams get a fucking green jacket? No.
Should he have gotten a pocket square? Maybe.
And nobody's shitting on caddies,
you know
but it's
what?
like
Yeah,
if you want a green
exactly.
jacket, go play in the Masters and win the Masters.
Pat has now stood up and walked away.
I'll tell you exactly what the fuck Steve Williams should get right here.
He hates Steve Williams.
Trent's the
I
best player
love
ever
Steve
of all
Williams.
time.
I do. Here you get a fucking clock.
Damn, that thing's
Okay?
nice.
You get a
Yeah, that
clock.
thing is.
Is that set to the right time or what? Look at
Probably
that.
not.
It's Masters clock.
There
It's
it
gotta
is.
be right.
It's always
That's
the
what
right
you
time, no matter
get
what it says.
That's what you
correct,
get. You get a
Trent. That's
fucking
right.
master's clock. And that's
Tell you
it.
what, that Masters clock is sweet.
And Riggs, like you were
Yeah.
saying, we're not diminishing the caddies in any way.
No,
That's not what we're doing.
I am not.
But
I
if you
am
think
not, I promise
if you think you deserve a gold medal, then go win a gold medal.
I am.
Like,
I
or
am
if you
not
think you deserve a
diminishing
green
the caddies
jacket,
at
go
all
win the green
because
jacket.
all my friends have great caddies. There are great caddies on the tour now. They work their fucking ass off. They do a great job. I'm not, and my boy is the fucking best. So I'm not diminishing caddies at all. But you know what? He would not expect a fucking gold medal.
Right.
And I think
He just
that's
would not.
fair.
He would not expect a gold medal. And the Olympics are great, but you know what? Should golf be in there? I actually don't know, to be honest with you, in the whole deal, because we have world events. We have world events all the time. Think about it. We have world events. We have 4 world events every year that are, infinitely better feel every time we have them, other than the Olympics. So that is my argument on the thing. Is it a great win? No, I don't think it's that great of a win. I just
gotta
don't.
highlight it more. Like let's get a place where the Olympics are at, where the course like runs through all the Olympic stadiums, or like it's right there where you can see like the baseball stadium and the swimming, like the
They're fucking
Aqua
hour and a half
Center.
away.
Right, that's what I mean.
How
Like
about
if it's
this? How
in
about
the
this?
city
Let's
with
get the
1,000
top-
fans.
Let's get the top players, period, from all the countries. If we can get all the top players, and if we can get top players that don't turn it down because, oh, fuck, I've got like a 4 or 5 week stretch coming up, or, fuck that. I mean, Ron wasn't even that upset. He wasn't even that pissed. He's like, oh, I got fucking next week. He took a 3-week break. He didn't play last week in Memphis. He's like, oh, I got fucking all the playoffs coming up. I got Ryder Cup coming up. I got all this shit. You know why? Because the Ryder Cup means more to those guys than anything. The Olympics doesn't mean shit. The Ryder Cup, to beat the United States, means more than anything to those European players. I promise you.
Pat, you ever gotten your caddy? You ever gotten your caddy anything like outside of just like money payments? Like I know Kiz one time, like I don't know if it was like a truck or something for Dewey that he like got as part of a tournament that he like gave to Dewey, or you ever maybe even like an apology. You ever been like a dick and you like got him something as like a?
No, I never addicted him because he's a fucking best. But when I won my first tournament, I got him I got a brand new truck. But
I feel like that's a big caddy. Caddies love trucks.
Well, so when I won, it was.
I'll take a truck. I mean,
it was a Chrysler tournament, right? So I turned in my Chrysler to my boy down here, Jay. I said, bro, I got to get my boy a truck. He loves trucks. He got a Ford 150. It was fucking terrible. I said, we got to get him a Tundra. He goes, all right, give me the car. I'll fucking take care of it. And we got him a Tundra. But I bought him a Rolex. I bought him but I have another thing in plan. I can't really talk about. I got another thing in plan for him. But let me put it this way. My boy, when he's done, will not have to worry about a lot.
Love that.
But you're also talking about a guy that with the longest commander in chief group of anybody. Right. I mean, I went to high school. I met this guy in 1990.
Yeah.
Okay, he caddied for me in U.S. Junior AMs. He caddied for me in U.S. AM qualifiers. He caddied for me in college. He's caddied for me professionally. This is going to be our 21st year. This is not just some fucking schmo off the goddamn street. I mean, this is my guy. So I have a thing in place for him that when we get to the Champ Tour, he's going to be very fucking happy.
That's amazing because you have such a eccentric, like in-your-face personality. I'm so surprised that you guys have been able to mesh, right? I mean, you're probably even surprised at this point.
Frankie, we couldn't be any more fucking opposite. I mean, I will drink until I fall over. This motherfucker will never drink. You know what I mean? This motherfucker, he carries he puts a camera in his goddamn dash in case somebody cuts him off. I don't want a fucking camera because when I run somebody over with my Hummer, I don't want any fucking video of it. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. I mean, we're so opposite. It's a joke.
That's how it works.
We couldn't be any more opposite. But he's the fucking greatest human being there is on the planet. Everybody loves him. he's just the fucking best. My wife loves him more than me. I guarantee it. And that's perfect. But you know what? We're a rare breed. I mean, these poor caddies, there's some great caddies out there that get rinsed left and right for who even knows what reason. You know what? There's not a lot of guys like me out there, I promise you. I fucking promise you.
What did you make of the Tim Tucker Bryson thing?
I think Tim Tucker won. And I said if Tim Tucker leaves, when Tim Tucker left, I said, I don't think Bryson can do this on his own. And so far I'm right. And that's not a shot to Bryson. You know what? Because I think Bryson's a phenomenal player. I think he's got, I think he has a bright future ahead of him. But Tim Tucker was his fucking anchor. H is my anchor. If H leaves me, I know I can't fucking do it. I don't think Bryson realized that he can't do it without his fucking anchor.
Right. You need people like that. You might not, like a guy like Bryson wasn't realize it, but you need people like that. And he might be realizing that now.
You're never fucking bigger than your team. If you think you're bigger than your team, you're gonna fucking lose. I got news for you. You know what? It's just the fucking way it is. I think Bryson's a phenomenal player. I think he's had a hell of a stretch. I don't know how long that stretch is going to last, but I just don't know. Tim Tucker is not a hell of a nice guy, phenomenal guy. I think he got pushed to the edge, and that was it. And he's like, "Fuck it, I'm out." And when he left, I'm like, I don't know if this fucking guy can do all this shit on his own. And sure as shit, what we've seen so far, Bryson can't do it on his own. So I don't know if there's been an offer made back to bring him back, but I would make the fucking big offer to get his ass back. That's what I would do.
Okay, Barstool Classic. We only got 5 left. We've got 22 down, 5 to go, and we have to give we just have to talk about how much fun everybody's been having drinking Truly Hard Seltzer all summer long. These puppies are delicious. They got 16 flavors, 100 calories, 5% ABV, so you know you're going to have yourself a good time. I'm telling you, these lemon teas, which basically taste like it tastes like an Arnold Palmer, with a little bit of ABV in them. They got the fruit punch series that came out. This is the citrus punch, which is really good. Ooh. And then the OGs. The wild berry has been my favorite for a very long time. But they got so many different flavors. They're great for being on a golf course. They're great for a boat, for a bar, for a patio, maybe a deck, maybe a roof deck. Roof decks are big in New York. Truly's the answer. This stuff's awesome. They just nailed it. They just nailed it when it comes to the seltzer game.
They also have the extra 8, right? The harder. It's a little
Truly
bit
extra, baby. 8% in that puppy.
Ooh, and you could see in our recent YouTube video with Brady Shea and Vinny Lettieri and Brock Nelson Anders Lee, they're in the cart drinking the extras. And like Vinny at one point looked at like Brady, he's like, "Oh, that looks good." He goes, "Yeah, 8% alcohol too." And they were like, they couldn't believe it that it just tasted like a regular Truly, a little bit of a bigger can, a little bit more alcohol in there. So I'm a big fan of Truly. Truly is a really good product. I mean, it's really hot still in New York. There's nothing better than cracking open an ice cold alcoholic beverage.
It's so
It's
hot.
just
I don't
go
know
out
if
there
it
on the
could be hotter
course. I know, I agree, and it's just nice to have a Truly on ice. You pop it out of that freaking cooler, and you sip it out of that can. It feels like you're drinking an Arnold Palmer. It's got that kick to it.
They're so good, man. Truly's great. I've watched so many people have fun drinking Truly's this year. So big thanks to them coming on Barstool Classic. It's our seltzer. It's the seltzer of foreplay. Go get some Truly's, 16 flavors, all kinds of different ones to satisfy everybody. You can try them. 5% ABV, only 100 calories. Truly Hard Seltzer. All right, I got one for you, Pat. So I saw, I think yesterday, last couple of days, this tweet's been making the rounds in the golf world. This guy, Jeremy, I think it's Poincenot. He's a blind golfer. Got his handicap down to 9. Blind golfer. I think he was like 19 years old. He lost his eyesight, which is obviously terrible. So I looked it up. Our very own Frankie Borrelli is an 8.5, I believe, handicap index. So who do you think would win in a match? This blind Jeremy.
Jeremy
Frankie
was
Borrelli?
a 3 before he went blind. So I mean, he was a stick.
That's a fair point.
So he knows.
But he's
the game.
blind. I mean, he can't see.
Is he a New York Islander fan?
No, I don't think so. Where's this guy from?
Then he wins. Then he wins automatically.
Fucking
Am I crazy? I think he might have tweeted at me the other day.
Oh,
Yeah,
we've been talking about this guy for years, man. And
See, I'm not on Twitter, so I don't have Twitter. I don't know what the fuck is going on there. But
well, we originally had a debate. Like Rory McIlroy, where was he? In Dubai, and he was like, I could play this golf course like the back of my hand. I could play it blindfolded. He said.
That's also false.
I took that very seriously. I said, no, you couldn't. He wouldn't even make the cut.
Frankie, you're right. You're goddamn right there.
So we got into this whole debate. No, you couldn't fucking play blindfolded. You need to see the golf ball. Everyone on this show, Riggs was like, if you just place the ball in front of him, he knows where it is. I'm like, what happens when he's in a fucking bunker?
Which the Jeremy guy though does have that. He has like I looked it up. He has like a guide. He has like a guide who points him in the right direction, and then
Jeremy comes out of the clouds once we're arguing about this. He's like, actually, I can't see shit, and I shot like a 74 last week. And we're like, well, now what the fuck? Like, who the fuck is this guy? So now he's coming back into the fold because he just got into single digits. It's been his like life goal to prove everyone wrong, which is awesome. Shout out to Jeremy. Yeah. I'll play him in a match, and if I lose, I have to go away forever, I guess, because like you can't lose to a blind guy in golf. Also, we're gonna have to figure out like the rules. Can he just be like set up? Can I have a caddy set me up to like where to putt?
Hey, you can have it. You can have him. I got this for you. I have friends all over the world that I could set him up right down the fucking middle, and that ball ain't going down the middle. So it's a lot more than just fucking setup. I got this for you.
Well, shout out to him for being able to fucking have a 9 handicap. That's hell.
You know what? I'll take him on my team instead of the fucking owner of Silverleaf. I'll take him. And me and him are going to play you 4.
Oh, my God.
Now, when the hell are you guys actually coming out? Riggs, I know you're here, so when are we going to do this?
Well, I'm here. We actually could play this weekend if you're around. I'm back in Arizona for the first time.
I'm playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So any day you want.
Let's play this weekend. And then we're also going to see you all week out at Liberty National. We're going to be there all week, the whole squad.
You know who's coming to follow me on, I think Cece's coming out to walk with me one day.
Really?
Ooh.
Sabathia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what day you guys going to be out?
So we'll be there Monday through Friday. And then we got to set up this fall. I mean, we're pretty, whatever. We're just all over the map. But October, November, December, I feel like one of those times similar to last year, we could set up the rematch at Silverleaf. Silverleaf is sick.
No, it's going to be sick. We're going to see it this weekend. Bro, we've gotten so much rain here. It's fucking amazing how much rain we've gotten the last month. The course, by the time you guys come out, it's going to be unbelievable. I'm going to see you either Friday or – you want to play Friday?
Yeah, I'm in for Friday.
Amazing.
Friday.
Let's do it.
It's my birthday.
I've been playing well. I've been playing the best I ever played.
Bro, your swing looks unbelievable, and your other boy broke 100. I don't know about the lefty yet, but I know Lurch gets his bounces, but I'm telling you, we're going to
my swing is okay right now, although there's a viral video going around of me double hitting yesterday. It was a nasty one.
I can't believe the science
85 yards out, double hit. Never seen anything really like
middle of the fairway.
Middle of the fairway. It was nuts.
Terrible.
Absolutely nuts. Terrible.
So one of the last points. Who's going to win the FedEx?
John Rahm.
I think John Rahm's the best golfer on the planet. He's proved it every single week. I mean, every major you look back on, we use this term a lot, laugh out loud funny that this guy's been in contention for every major he's ever played in, essentially. He's the best golfer on the planet.
Yes, I don't know if you saw my thing with Claude, but that's exactly what I said. Because everybody said, Claude said, who's the best? I said, I'll give you Morikawa, JT, fucking Speed. I'll give you them all. I said, Rahm is the best player in the game today. But my second point to that is that Rory McIlroy is still and will be, I don't know for how many years, he is still the second best coming I've seen to Tiger yet.
I got the chills.
He makes the fucking game look so easy. How that fucker doesn't win 6-7 times a year, I'll never know. But Rahm is the best player. And don't get me wrong, DJ is fucking phenomenal. DJ's phenomenal. He's my boy. But Rahm, I still think is the best player. He's better than Morikawa. He's better than JT, Spieth, fucking Wolf. You name any young player, I don't give a fuck who it is. Rahm's the best player. I don't care if Morikawa's got 2 or not. It doesn't matter. Rahm is going to be in the top 10 his entire career if he does not get hurt, which I don't think.
You grew up with Tiger, and you know Tiger like anyone.
Yes.
We've talked to Morikawa a bunch now, and one of the first things we always say every time we leave him, we say, this kid's got it. There's something about him. He's got this crazy confidence. He's the most polite guy on the planet, but he also seems like nothing. He never wavers, and he's proved that now, right? He's winning majors. The guy's proving it. Do you think that he has that? Have you seen that from him? Do you think he has any of that mentality, like I'm just going to keep winning and not count, and whatever I end up at the end, I end up with?
I don't know if he has it or not, but I know he doesn't have Tiger stuff. I know that. I think Rahm has that stuff.
Wow.
You know, I haven't been around Morikawa that much. He's a very nice kid, don't get me wrong. Phenomenal player, very nice. You know, maybe he's got that fuck you in him when it comes to, you know, when it needs to be. You know, Tiger always had that fuck you. He was like, fuck you, I'm going to win, and I don't give a fuck about you at all. And that was fine. Morikawa is a very nice player. You know, I don't know if he has it or not. I don't know if he has it or not. The other one I've seen that has that is John Rahm. John Rahm has that fuck you. I mean, this motherfucker kicks clubs, throws shit in practice rounds at us, you know, with us at Silverleaf. You know, I mean, he gets fucking pissed when he hits a bad shot. To me, it doesn't even bother me. I like that because that means he wants to get his shit right. So I think the guy of the future, you know, is John Rahm. I really do. You know, I mean, Spieth, Jordan, fucking Morikawa. I mean, I don't even know. Fucking pick him. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Do you ever think like Rory's almost too normal to be like as dominant as Tiger? But I mean, like as a person, right? He seems to like the way he responds to questions and thinks through things about the world. He seems to be more.
He might have other interest, not other interests, but like he is interested in other things.
More so than a Rahm or a Tiger Woods, right? Like Tiger Woods was. I guess what I'm getting at is it seems like Rory has that talent that, you know, is close in some way to like the Tiger, but he doesn't have like, he's almost too human, whereas Tiger was never human.
Rory has the most talent of anybody I've seen since Tiger, and I'm talking since 1994. Rory has he has the closest talent to Tiger I've ever seen since 1994. Rory is too fucking nice. He's not the prick that Tiger was, or that Rahm has, or that fucking these other guys. And I'm not talking about a prick like, you know, if you walk by and ask him the time, he tell you to go fuck off. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the prick on the course. I'm talking about the guy that wants to fucking shove your neck down your goddamn throat. That's the guy I'm talking about, okay? Rahm has that. You know, Tiger had that. Rory does not have that. Rory is so fucking talented, it's a joke. Now, actually, funny enough, Brooks has that. DJ has a little bit of that. They want to beat your fucking ass in. But the thing is, it takes a certain person to be able to actually carry it and continue to carry it without thinking that, oh my God, I don't want the world to think I'm a fucking prick. You know what I mean?
How was it staying with DJ? You say you stayed with DJ. You like him, right?
No, DJ's phenomenal. Fuck, it's like my boy. He's finally getting married. You don't know where though. Oh. But nonetheless, DJ's phenomenal. DJ's fucking my boy. His future father-in-law Wayne is fucking incredible. He's taught me a lot. Yeah, he's taught me a lot. But you know, the DJs, the Brookses, Rahm, Tiger, the ultimate. Rory doesn't have that mental attitude, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If Rory had a lot more fuck you in him, he would be fucking incredible.
It's interesting to hear you say that Brooks has it, because we always go back and forth on like if Brooks even cares about golf. I hate his public persona where it's like every time he loses he didn't care, but when he wins all of a sudden
he cares.
Oh yeah, I tried that week.
he cares. I promise you.
He tries
It
to
is
act
a-
like golf is
it-
like a
it-
nerd sport, and he's like, "Oh, they're lucky I'm here."
No,
Fucking hate
no, no.
that.
I get what you're talking about, but he does fucking care. When you win 4 majors, you fucking care. I got news for him. Now, when he loses, he tries to act like it doesn't matter, like it's not a big deal. It fucking matters. I promise you, it matters. It matters. Tiger, it mattered all the time. That's why he's the fucking greatest. And I don't give a shit if anybody talks about anything. He is the greatest player that's ever touched a club. Whatever has happened to him in the last, whatever amount of years is truly unfortunate. But once again, he's done it to himself. So he really has no one to blame but himself and what's happened, which sucks because he should have gone down as the greatest player that ever fucking touched a club, and nobody can touch his records. That's what sucks.
It's infuriating.
What's your general feeling on what the future looks like for him?
Hopeful, for one. I hope to God,
Same.
as stubborn as he is, I hope to God that his fucking ankle heals and that he can come back. But, I'm not going to speculate on whether or not he can win again, not win again, play again.
There's
but
Jeremy. There he is.
What's happening?
I just don't know. Can
So
he
this
win
is-
again? I don't know.
This is Jeremy, the 9 handicap. Congratulations, Jeremy.
Where is he?
Thanks, Riggs.
Yeah, he just joined.
Where is he?
Just
Hold on.
joined the
Don't
crew.
go anyway. Hey, don't fucking. I gotta piss. You guys.
All right.
That's
All right.
perfect timing.
Pat
That's
Perez is going to
perfect
take a
timing.
piss, and Jeremy has joined the show.
Jeremy, how do I pronounce your last name?
You want to give it a shot first?
Yeah, so I think
Poincenot.
it's Poincenot.
Riggsy's got it. Poincenot. Silent French T. We're so close, Frankie.
it's like okay, I got you. It's like a Merlot.
Exactly right. Well done. Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't get that with the way that
I
you
would've.
try to be
Yeah, I'm
fancy.
rattled
about
right
all your bullshit. So congratulations, Jeremy. You got down to a 9.0. First time in the single digits?
First time since losing my sight. Yeah. Appreciate
Wow.
it. Thank you.
And you used to be what, like a 3 or something like that?
Yeah, I got down to like a 3 or 4 in high school, and I could see when I was fully sighted.
Okay. So,
Now, I don't want to say it, but it seems like your sight is somewhat there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't quote unquote look blind. I have complete peripheral vision. I've got nothing in the middle. I've lost all central vision.
So what does that really mean?
Yeah, so like if put both your hands one on top of the other, put them in front of your face, and look around a little bit with your hands in front of your face like that.
Okay.
That's my sight all the time. To somewhat be able to see things, I got to look above, to the sides, or below. Don't do that with the ladies. That doesn't go over well. But, I lost the ability to read without extreme magnification. I got to zoom in here on my laptop to see you. I'm not able to drive, and I'm not able to distinguish faces. If we walked by each other on the street, I would have no idea who you are. Everyone's a blur to me.
So how did this happen? What walk me through what occurred? Because it sounds like you had originally, like you said, fully sighted.
Yeah, I had perfect 20/20 sight my whole life. Went off to San Diego State and was living the dream. And my sophomore year when I was 19, I had to squint to read a sign. I was like, oh, that's weird. I think I need glasses or contacts. And in a matter of 2 months, my sight went from perfect 20/20 to where it is now and where it's been for 12 years, legally blind with no central vision due to a rare.
Hey, don't worry about that shit. We're still going to beat fucking Frankie and his team.
So Pat has recruited you, I believe, onto his team for the rematch when he plays against us this fall.
Jeremy, don't fucking worry about these deadbeats. We're going to fucking win. Yeah.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
They're not going to fucking cheat me again. I got news for you.
They're not going to what?
They're not going to cheat me again. We're going to fucking
There you
win.
go. I'm a member at the same club Pat's dad's a member at.
Oh, boy.
So
Fairbanks.
it all comes full circle.
That's right.
So Pat, he was saying that he's got peripheral vision, but he's got no direct vision. So if you were to put both your hands like this is what he sees like all the time.
I can see alcohol and I can see glasses.
That
all
sounds
you
about
need.
right.
That's what
Jeremy, talk us through a little bit about how you what is the setup of a golf shot for you? Like, how are you a 9 handicap right now? Talk us through like your whole process.
For sure. I'm sure there's a ton of questions and people are mind blown as to what blind golf even is, and to even like help people understand how I see as well, like peripheral vision, like my sight's similar to a donut, right? I've got the whole donut part, the top, the sides, the bottom. I'm missing that huge donut hole in the middle. So Frankie, to answer your question, it's a team sport for me. Golf, when I was playing in high school by myself, it's an individual sport. We know golf to be an individual sport, but blind golf is a team sport. And in competitive blind golf tournaments, my dad is my guide. But if with Pat as my teammate, I could have him guide me and we'll whoop anyone's butt.
We're gonna have fucking 15 caddies. You don't have to worry about shit.
I don't need 15. I just need you, Pat. I just need Pat, and we're set.
We're gonna have
that's all I
everything
need.
the fuck you need. I promise you. We're gonna be fucking set at Silverleaf. I promise you.
My man, are you gonna bring me a pair of Jordans too?
What size are you?
10.5.
10.5. Why is everybody fucking 10.5?
I'm a 10.
You got to squeeze it 11.5.
Oh, 10.
You have to wear double socks.
Double socks.
Do you
I
like?
wouldn't complain about that.
Do you like run into shit, or are you like? You know what I mean? I'm trying to.
No,
Who's
that's a
driving
good
the cart?
question. Definitely not me. But I mean, after a couple drinks, you have a couple drinks, I'd probably drive just as well.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Yeah. No, with complete peripheral vision, I don't bump into stuff, and I don't look legally blind or blind. But Frankie, I just have like, if you're my guide for the day, I would just talk with me. Hey, what do we have? A par 4, 420? Okay, let's pull the driver. And hey, you'd rather be right than left here. Okay, then aim me down the middle and I'll try to play a cut. And if we keep it on the right side, we're going to be fine. And then we just talk through each shot, and you stand from behind and tell me my feet go more left, go more right. I pull the trigger, and we do that the whole way around the course. There's separate things we do for chipping and for putting to be more precise, but it's a team sport. And I mean, if I'm just playing with my dad at my home course, the two of us, we get around in 3.5 hours. So people might think,
that's so
golf.
fucking cool. That's fucking cool. I mean,
That is amazing.
Seriously, that's seriously fucking cool, because the fact that you have to have enough game to know when someone tells you what you're doing, like where you are, aim left, aim right, sit on the left, 100%. Sit on the right, water here, that's fucking cool. That's my partner right there.
How do you line up an iron shot? All right, are they physically holding the face of the iron and holding it behind the ball?
No. So for me, with the complete peripheral vision, to somewhat see the ball down there, I look above it. I can't tell if my club face is on the toe, the heel, or if it's square. So if I'm on the toe, my dad will say it's on the toe. I'll step up a little more and get it square. And then just from behind, you just tell me to go a little more right or left. And it's kind of like, it's like a video game. I kind of turn around the ball to the right or to the left. You tell me it's good, I pull the trigger. If I hit it to a foot, I'm the man. If I, miss it left of the green, you screwed up.
Yeah, we're gonna win. Hey, we're gonna win. Doesn't matter.
The way you say pull the trigger, like so nonchalantly, that's the part that I don't get. Like actually, I have to look at the ball to hit it, and I see the ball, I still can't hit it. So it's like I don't understand why pulling. Have you just gotten the plane down? Is it all a feel thing? Is there like a heightened sense now of like feel now that you've lost some of your vision? Because I've heard I don't know if that's not true, but as one sense goes down, other senses go up. Are you do you have a feel for the ground more?
Say that one more time.
So I was wondering,
I'm totally messing with you. That was a joke.
Oh Jesus.
We're in trouble. Him and Pat have a whole fucking vibe going right now.
All right, see you, Frankie. Frankie is left.
Sorry, Frank.
We're in trouble.
Sorry,
Frank.
Boy, are we in trouble.
I don't know if I'm being an asshole. I was
Not
trying to tiptoe around that. Jeez.
Don't worry, we're going to win this fucker.
I'm not playing this guy. He's going to fucking dominate me.
I'm an open book, man.
His sets are going to go up. We're drinking fucking 23-year-old Pappy. I got news for you. His sets are going to go fucking way up with a victory.
No, Frankie, that's the most common question I get. It's a good question, man, and that's my response. But it's 100% feel, and it's something if I step over the ball, I don't look at the target at all, because for me, it's just how are my feet set up, and I'm only focused on the alignment of my feet. As long as the sighted guide is pointing me in the right direction, I don't need to. Once I'm stepped over the ball, I don't look back to the target. I'm just focused on my feet, alignment, and pulling the trigger to make sure it's starting on line.
Is it up to your dad?
I think I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that.
Is it up to your dad to make sure that the ball is teed up the same height every single time?
I tee it up, so I
Really?
can feel. Yeah, when I tee it up, I feel like how far down I want to put it. I make sure the ball is slightly above the driver, like we want to have it set up, and yeah, I don't want anyone else putting the tee down for me.
Bro, we're gonna fuck with these guys. Don't give me your goddamn secrets. Don't go into fucking secrets. We're gonna win these. We're gonna beat these.
I'm gonna be like, you sure you want to tee it up that high right before you pull the trigger?
We're in trouble.
Wow.
I want to
dude.
get out in front of it and say we're in trouble.
I find what you do to be so impressive, man.
It is.
Congrats
Me
to
too.
you to be able to just like
Appreciate
overcome this stuff, and you can tell on social media people are rallying behind you, and it's like a really cool thing. And we definitely need to get you involved. Whether it's just like we have to get you involved into something. Like people need to see this. I mean, like Pat, like you're just not allowed to have good golfers as your fucking. You lost. You can't keep like drafting players to beat us. Like you lost. You have to beat us on your own. You're a good golfer. You're playing at fucking Liberty National next week.
Came down to one putt.
Just beat us.
Right down to it.
You got this new swing now.
Hey, where is he from? Where's Jeremy from anyway? I didn't catch the beginning.
I'm in Carlsbad.
Oh fuck, you're in my hometown.
Yeah, I'm in your backyard.
All right, so listen to me. You are gonna come out here and we're gonna play these fucking four derelicts, and we're gonna fucking win. How's that sound?
I'm so down. Frankie, thanks for the nice words,
Frankie's
man.
Frank's gonna feel so shitty because he fucking lost that he's actually gonna have to shake our hand this time because we fucking won.
Hey,
So
I'd be remiss.
We're gonna do this soon.
I'm totally game. I'm there, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say, Trent, congrats on breaking 100, man. I think that's just as inspirational, dude. I watched it. I know I'm a blind guy, but I was zoomed in.
I got to tell you, it's probably not as inspiring as what you
It's gotta
do.
be tough to hear,
put it on the
Trent.
same
He thought,
level,
like, for your
I
skill
appreciate
level,
the
breaking
kind words. I
100
really do
was
appreciate
equal
it.
to being
Hey,
blind
just
and
as
playing golf.
inspirational. We all have our accomplishments and achievements we got to get. You got yours, I got mine, and let's keep going.
You're golfing
Man.
just as much of like you're at such a disadvantage as Jeremy on the golf course that he's literally saying that you guys are just as you're equal. You're a
he has
combination.
a legal disability.
This is
He
Frankie being
equated
negative
his
and trying to turn it around. Well, that's what he does. Jeremy, I appreciate the kind words. Let's keep going, pal.
Yeah, absolutely. Frankie's still hurt that I gave him a hard time.
Trent, I'm not that inspired. I can be honest with you.
All right, Jeremy, we're gonna set this up. You're gonna be a part of it. Unreal work, getting down to a single digit.
He's coming out this town.
Very inspirational.
Appreciate you guys. Thank
Awesome
you so much.
shit, Jeremy. Seriously.
Yep. Thanks for hopping on, man.
Absolutely. Take care,
Fuck,
guys.
that's
Keep
cool.
up the great work.
Good, Jeremy. Well
Thanks,
done.
brother.
I'll see you soon.
Jeremy, I'm gonna see you within fucking 5 weeks.
Perfect.
Love it.
I'll hear you then.
All right,
Hey,
brother.
guys.
See ya.
Wow.
Cool.
That's your partner. That's your guy.
That's fucking cool, by the way.
Yeah.
That guy's awesome.
See, that's the kind of shit. See, you ain't gonna get that kind of shit with any tour player. No chance.
No.
No.
That's
Trust
that
your
is fucking
body
cool.
to do that, to pull the trigger when you can't see is crazy.
Dude, how
Can't
his
see the
vision
golf
makes
ball.
me think that he's like that would make. I mean, obviously you get used to it, but I'd just be
Get
nauseous.
sick?
Like
Yeah.
I don't. It's almost like a blessing that he has a little bit left and a little bit of a curse where it's like just an outer rim of the world, and you're like, can you imagine what that looks like?
No.
Dude, I feel like you're constantly trying to see the thing, but you can't.
That's what I mean.
Like,
man.
you know, yeah, it'd be like,
So of the four of you, who's gonna be upset the most when we fucking beat you guys?
I mean, Jesus.
all of us. If we lose to you in a blind
Pat,
golfer,
I
it'd be
think
tough.
that you need
You're
to like,
fucking
realize
losing this time. This time you're fucking losing.
a new swing, a new outlook on life. Like you're gonna fucking crush us if you played a solo again. Plus, we
I'm
played at
just
a
happy
public
to
golf
fuck-
course.
Hey, the bottom line is we're gonna have fucking fun. So it doesn't
We
matter.
are gonna have fun. I just want
Yeah,
you to think
yeah.
like you don't need fucking Jeremy to beat us. Like you would have beaten us 9 times out of 10. We hit
God
rocks
damn,
into
I got
fairways.
fucked.
Like
Got so fucked.
we never
We
should have
got
won
so
that
lucky.
day. We got
No.
so lucky.
No,
Lurch didn't even know where that ball was going on 18. He hit it into the sun. All of a sudden, it landed 2 feet away.
Lurch, what'd you hit
Shot
there? You
it
hit
to
a
a foot.
you hit a 4-iron to a foot?
No,
it
it
was
was
an
fucking
8-iron.
5
Oh, it was an
feet.
8-iron. I
No,
thought it
five
was
feet.
further than that.
No,
It
but
was 5 feet because I was 6
complete
feet.
luck job.
That's probably what, like a 4% like result
Yeah.
for you.
Hey,
Yeah, I think
by the
that's
way,
fine.
what the fuck is what Lurch's fucking background? Looks like he's on the fucking moon
He
or
does
something.
this shit. He does this like
He's like
professional
he's a
bullshit.
buffet of bits with his
No, we
colleagues
just keep
and
it
corporate
blurred.
stuff.
I don't have the background that you have, Pat. So it's not trophies. It's
Well, we know that.
I'm actually
We know
moving,
that.
so it's boxes and shit.
Riggs, why don't you come over for a drink?
I'll come over.
Come over.
Check out that Vegas style pool you got running around.
Vegas.
I know.
That's Vegas, San Tropez, Monaco, Ibiza. It's more than just one fucking pool, by the way.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking big league shit.
It is big league shit. It's one of the most impressive pools I've ever seen.
It's the most impressive pool I've ever
Yeah.
been a part of.
You ever swim?
You got
in there? Just
waterfall.
look at
Hey,
it.
Riggs, get the fuck in the car. Get up here.
All right, we got to finish our job here, unfortunately, which
Hey,
is
okay. So by the way,
pretty
okay,
much
so
took
we
care
got-
of
so
itself.
We got Jeremy, me and Jeremy, and then we got me and fucking Ben, and then we're gonna get the other boys out.
Yeah.
Are you guys all gonna be out at Liberty next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
whole
so-
squad.
Where do you stay for that? You staying in New York City or you stay in Jersey?
Nah, I'm in Jersey City. I'm in this fucking dump site over here. But at least I got DJ and the chef.
Good.
Ooh,
Doesn't sound bad.
But
I think we covered a lot of ground. I think we covered a lot of the main topics going on.
we got anything else? What else we got? I mean, it's been 5 months. So what else we got? We got one left. Someone's gonna have one left.
Holy fuck.
We got the Olympics. We got Bryson. We got fucking Brooks. We got. First of all, there's
Who wins
no,
the Wyndham this weekend?
Huh?
Who wins this weekend?
Oh, does Ricky Fowler make the 125? He needs to finish. He needs to finish 21st. Oh, hi, man.
yeah, I think he
I
does.
never got you nothing.
Oh, fuck, look at my wife dropping.
What is that?
Oh.
Podcast
Corn
corn dogs.
I'm fucking sorry.
Ooh.
Hey,
Right.
Riggs is coming up. Riggs is gonna come up. We're gonna get fucking drunk.
Now you're committed.
That's awesome. Tell myself that.
Riggs, get the
Hello.
fucking Uber.
That thing looks delicious. I got to tell you. That
Yeah, I
corn
got
dog
one
looks
for you. I got
fantastic.
two. So we got one each.
What were we just talking about?
We're talking
Ricky.
about what
Ricky
what
gonna
other-
get the
is Ricky
125.
Fowler-
Ricky will do it. Ricky will finish top 20.
Is he
Kill
going to
game.
finish 21st? Now it doesn't matter. Don't get me wrong, because he has two separate qualifications to get his card because he's top 25 all-time on the list. But does he finish top 20? Does he finish 21st this week? He's never missed a
Yes.
FedEx playoff.
I'm gonna say
Same
yes.
swing coach as Trent.
Yeah.
Same swing coach as
John
Trent.
Tillery, baby.
I love Ricky, but I say no this time.
Really?
Yeah, I do love Ricky. I think he's phenomenal. He's always been great to me. But to put all that pressure on the line, he's got to finish 21st this week. The only time he's finished inside the top 20 for the last 18 months is the PGA Championship he got fucking sponsored by them.
He's playing better. I think he's going to do it. I got faith. I'm a big Ricky guy. I think
Bro, I'm
Ricky
a Ricky
gets-
guy too.
Ricky gets so much shit. He gets chirped so hard. He seems like the nicest guy on the planet.
No, I'm with Ricky. Believe me, I get it. I fucking love Ricky. He's a fucking nicest kid. He's always been great to me. We talk cars. We talk fucking shit. I'm pulling for him. I'm just saying, it's like it's odds or not odds. It has nothing to do with whether I like the kid or not. I think he's fucking phenomenal. I think he's fucking great. If they were all like him, I would root for all of them. But they're not. So I don't root for a lot of them.
We
You have any
base most
run-ins
of
with you have any run-ins with Harris English? I feel like he's been playing better golf recently.
Let me tell you something right now. Harris English is my fucking boy.
Woo!
His caddy, Elar, is literally our fucking boy. Harris English, I could not be any more proud of Harris English if it was my own son.
He's
was
playing
with a
great.
shitstorm of fucking shit golf. And he got with Justin Parsons. He started working. He worked his fucking ass off. Harris English is on top because he worked his fucking ass off. And he's a phenomenal golfer. And I literally could not be any happier for him or his caddy Elar because, I mean, seriously, bro. I mean, fuck. It is so cool to watch a guy go down and then go all the way up to the top. And he's down on top.
Yep.
And I he was in the fucking shitter. Like, he was literally in the fucking shit house of shit house. And then he kept getting starts and starts and starts. And he finished top 10. And then he won. And he fucking won again. I mean, Harris English and Elar, I mean, two of my favorite people on the planet.
Dude,
They-
something you said Something you said a few minutes ago that I just was confirming and looked up. Ricky Fowler being 24th on the all-time PGA Tour money list is shocking to me. I just would have never. He's ahead of Brooks Koepka. Like
he is. Ricky Fowler's had an amazing career. He's had an amazing fucking career.
He's got $39.9 million in career earnings on the PGA Tour.
This is the problem. This is the problem with a lot of public information is that that guy fucking sucks. He had a shitty year. Okay, well, let's see what he's done before that. And then you get what you just saw, right?
Right.
He's made $39 fucking million. You know how many jobs pay out $39 million fucking dollars in 11 years?
Very few.
He's ahead of Hideki. He's ahead of Henrik Stenson. He's ahead of Latif Goosen. He's ahead of so many guys.
Fuck, he's fucking shitty. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's fucking phenomenal. I don't give a fuck if he's only won 5 times or not. He's had phenomenal years, which now add up to $39 fucking million. Okay, so Ricky Fowler, I'm pulling for to have a great fucking week because he's an unbelievably nice kid. He's genuinely pulling for these fucking guys that he roots for all the time.
Yeah.
He couldn't be any nicer. He's a phenomenal, I call him kid. He's not young, but he's younger than I am, so I call him kid. But he's literally a fucking phenomenal guy. And that's rare to find in our business where you can actually find a guy that's actually genuinely happy for you. But that guy, phenomenal player. I hope the guy, it doesn't even matter if he gets it doesn't matter if he gets to the playoffs or not because he's going to have 2 separate exemptions that get him to play. Okay, so let me explain it to you. Let's say he finishes 126, right? If you go on the bylaws, right, you would only get like 15 events. Okay. Yeah. What event is not going to allow Ricky Fowler in next year of the 48?
None of them.
0. Okay. So the worst case is going to get 40 events. That's worst case. And why wouldn't you? Ricky Fowler is a phenomenal human being. He's great. Great wife. He's got a baby coming. He's a great kid. He's hard to root. He's hard to root against. So,
do we know where Pat Perez is on the all-time? Do you know what number Pat Perez is on all-time career money list?
I do know that I passed Jason Duffman, my boy, by 10,000.
Yeah, you
just
did.
start pulling dollar bills out of that thing.
I'm 10,000 away. I'm 10,000 away from Poulter. I'm going to pass his fucking ass so soon.
Yep, you are. You're 53rd. You're right behind Ian Poulter. You're right ahead of Duffner, and you're 2 spots ahead of Louis Oosthuizen.
Wow.
You take a lot of pride in that, and I would too.
I love fucking Louis. Louis Oosthuizen will always fucking have a part right here. I was first alternate at Bay Hill this year, and Louis Oosthuizen was hitting balls behind me, and he was hitting. He goes, "What time do you go?" I go, "Louis, I'm not in. I'm first alternate, right?" He goes, "Oh fuck, are you shitting me?" He goes, "Well, I don't feel that great." He goes, "You go." I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, I can't go. You go." So he fucking pulled out because he knew I was first alternate, and he let me play Bay Hill.
No way.
Wow.
But seriously, but even before that, like Louis Oosthuizen, Charles Schwartzel, Brendan Grace, Retief, Ernie, all the South African crew, other than the fucking new Slovakian guy, but they're all fucking awesome. They literally are. They're all fucking incredible. And you can't make them that way. They just are that way. And Louis saw me, and he knew I was warming up. He knew I wanted to get in the tournament. He felt kind of shady, like, "You go." I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, No. I can't do it. He goes, "You go." So it was hard for me when, he's leading and Rahm was there and Morikawa. I was definitely pulling for him more than Morikawa, But,
yeah.
But when Rahm was leading Torrey, I wanted Louis to fucking play well because Louis been my guy for so long now. I mean, we've been friends for over 15 years. And it's hard for me not to pull for a guy like that because here he is he could have been a fucking cocky and been like, "Nah, fuck that, I'm going. I'm going to play," and pull out after 3 holes.
Right.
He's like, oh, you're first alternate? Oh, no, you go. I'm like, "Louis, are you sure?" He's like, no, fuck, you go. I don't feel that great. You go. And I made the cut. And I made money. And I fucking, added to my fucking cut total and retirement and all this other shit because he didn't want to go. I mean, that's fucking cool. But that's the South African way. Him, Charles, Gracie, Ernie, Retief, go down the line. I mean, that's the way they are.
Rory Sabatini.
No.
And then you passed him on the money list.
One last one for me. We haven't talked to you since this, but Phil Mickelson, 50 years old, winning a major. What do you think about that? Does that give you any hope? Like, man, we can keep doing this for years upon years upon years.
Phil, I have a goddamn. I got a story you guys would fucking love to have, but I can't tell you. Unfortunately, I would love to tell you this fucking story. It's so unbelievable. It would make all the tabloids on the planet.
Wow.
All
But I
right.
can't
You
do
tell
it.
me later.
I'll tell Riggs later. Riggs, you're coming, right?
We're definitely playing golf Friday. I got it's the middle of a week work day. I got I'm trying to
Motherfucker,
get
I've
over
been
it.
drinking since fucking noon. You're
Hey,
not coming over, really?
You're on a week off. You're
Riggs,
on a vacation.
his wife got corn dogs.
So you're not
man.
coming over?
That
Really?
there's no way that corn dog is gonna survive till I get there. There's
Oh,
no
they're right
chance.
fucking here. I
He's
got
got
both.
multiple of them. He's got 4.
Those do look
I got
delicious.
2.
Where are they from? Where are they from?
Sonic.
Sonic.
Where the
Holy
fuck else did you get a corn dog from?
I don't know. I'm new to town.
Bro, you're 12 minutes away. But nonetheless, I'm going to tell you if you show up. I got the greatest fucking Phil story of all time. If you show up.
You got corn dogs and Phil stories. It's
Right.
okay. What
Hard
I
to
gotta
turn
go.
down.
I would love to tell you guys this fucking story because it's so fucking good it would make it. Nonetheless.
I'm coming over. Jesus.
It
What
is-
else am I gonna do?
It is fucking beyond amazing. And I will use that term, beyond amazing what Phil did. To beat all the young studs at the PGA at Kiowa. It doesn't give me any more hope or not because I haven't won a major yet. So it's not like I'm going to go, hey, I won a major at 40. I'm going to win in 150. So it doesn't give me any more hope. I mean, Phil is Phil, right? He's the second guy in my generation. He's the second best guy in my generation ever. You got Tiger and you got Phil. I don't give a fuck about anybody else that you want to talk about in my generation because they don't matter. Because you got a guy that won fucking 82 times, you got a guy that won 46 times. After that, it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these new kids that want to fucking talk other bullshit and all these guys, oh, we're the new guy. Okay, well, you still got to fucking win 46 and or 82. You still got to win
82
15
is amazing.
You still got to win 15 or 6 to get in the conversation of, yeah, we're great. I mean, I understand the Morikawas and, the Brooks and the DJ. I mean, I get all these guys. But I grew up with the best. I grew up with Tiger. I grew up with fucking Phil. I grew up with the best. Some people grew up with fucking Sam Snead and Tiger and, and fucking Jack and all this. And I just don't see 2 of those 3 in the same conversation. It's one, but that's fine. Tiger's the greatest thing that's ever walked the fucking earth. And that's the bottom line.
Yes.
So when anybody wants to try to compare, oh, this is the number one guy. Oh, no, this is the number one guy. Oh, da. It don't matter. You guys are so far behind the curve. I said it like 8 years ago. I said, I'll give you the entire new crop. And they will not match Tiger's record combined. And it was like, I named like 10 names. And it still will not happen.
No.
10 names will not match the fucking great Tiger Woods. And this motherfucker has missed like 5 years of the last 15. Think about that. That's what's so fucking scary about the deal. Is this motherfucker has missed so many years and is still on top of what everybody's chasing.
He did win 82 times.
That's a lot.
8-2,
Is
15
outrageous.
majors.
82 wins. Like, if somebody has 15, that's outrageous. He's got 82.
That's the thing is DJ's the next guy. He's won 24 times, right? DJ's won 24 times. And the PGA Tour, because they try to suck off everybody they can, like Willie Max and all the fucking new guys and all this fucking bullshit like Monday qualifier fucking yahoos that, oh my God, I'm going to buy diapers and all this fucking bullshit. Nobody fucking cares. I mean, really, nobody cares, okay? Nobody cares.
I have to
Amazing.
pee
There's one
so
guy.
bad.
There's one.
You gotta pee,
fucking
Trent?
guy.
Oh yeah.
Go
There's
pee.
one guy. There's one guy that fucking changed our sport, and that's the bottom line. That's the bottom fucking line. But they keep trying to reach for somebody else to fucking. This is our guy. There's nobody else. There's nobody else. All the young guys of today, they can't fucking hold a fucking corn dog next to the guy down there in fucking Jupiter. It doesn't matter what the fuck they do. Combined, they're not going to have what this fucking guy has. Why they keep trying to do it? I mean, I get it for social media wise and all this shit, but there's one guy that changed the fucking sport, and then it's going to take another 100 years to do it again, if that guy comes around. The only thing that pisses me off is this motherfucker couldn't fucking stay out of trouble and could not get hurt to not win another 100 times.
Imagine if he had like 150 wins in like 30 majors.
Nobody would have argued the fact he wasn't going to do that.
I know.
I thought for sure he'd have 150 wins, 35 fucking majors. Who would have argued against that? So when
Nobody.
everybody talks about, oh, the next great sensation. Oh, okay. Please tell me who the fuck it is.
Trent Ryan.
Nobody, there's nobody
Nice
that's going to
five.
match the. There's nobody's going to match the fucking cat. That's the bottom line. You heard it here first.
I love that. I absolutely love
Riggs?
that. That's a perfect way.
Get the fuck in the car. Get the fuck out.
All right. We got to do our ad reads, and then I'm going to call you, and I want to hear this Phil story. And I got
One of these is yours if you show up.
All right.
And if you play your cards right, you might get some of this. Although it's more fast.
Ooh.
This
It
was
better not all
fresh.
be gone.
Did you
by the
pop
time I
that
get
bottle in
fresh.
the beginning of this?
Yes, and then by the way, you can only get
way.
this. You can only get
No
this.
way
if you
is
play
right.
if you play the show, you get this. That's it. So I can't give you one of those, but
I got to earn that.
I'll let you drink from it.
Can't buy that at like the merchandise tent.
Hey,
Shit.
and by the way, you motherfuckers are going down next time. Me and Jeremy.
We're
are
going to
taking
kill
your
you.
fucking ass
We're going
down.
to kill you again. We're going
Fuck
to
you.
beat you
Me and
again.
Jeremy are taking your fucking ass down.
We almost ended your career once. We'll do it again.
God damn it, that's right. Still. That actually sucks. Boys, I enjoyed it. Thanks again for
Thanks
everything.
as always, you crazy person. We love you, man.
Hey,
Thanks,
You're the best,
PP.
man.
Appreciate it,
We
Pat.
love you.
I do.
I'll see you in a little bit.
You're the best,
Riggs.
dude.
Riggs,
Get the
you're
fuck-
committed
I'll
to
send a
golf?
car for you, Riggs. I don't want you to have to pay for anything.
What a
I can get a car.
Wednesday.
I can get a car. Don't worry.
What a Wednesday.
But yeah, I will not be driving up there. That's not smart.
Riggs,
Hey.
I'll send you a fucking car. Let me some fucking
I'll get a
shit.
car. I'll get a car. Maybe you give me a car for the way home.
Riggs, I know where the fuck you live, by the way.
I know you do. I'm right down the hill. I can probably see your Tony Stark house from here.
Down the hill, this way.
Yeah,
Down
that's where
the
I
hill.
live.
Hey, I'm gonna see the rest of you fucking. You guys coming out next week,
Yeah, I'll see you Tuesday.
Tuesday. I'm gonna play with DJ. So,
Ooh.
All right.
and CC's gonna be out there with me on Tuesday.
You
so,
fly in on Monday?
is anybody a CC fan?
Yeah, I'm a CC fan. I'm a Yankees fan. I love
Frankie,
CC
big
Sabathia.
time.
All right, CC's gonna walk with me on Tuesday. So
Wow.
he's not gonna sign anything. So don't fucking get too excited.
Ah, that's all right.
I got corn dogs.
All right, Pat. We'll see you later. Good luck with that tonight. Rick.
Thanks, Pat.
All right, boys. See you soon.
See ya.
Oh man, it's so good.
Rick, see you soon.
Yes, sir.
Out.
Be out.
I fucking turn this bitch off.
It's never easy.
No.
God damn it. Babe, I ain't
Oh.
turn this shit off.
Is there a red exit button?
Babe! I'm leaving.
Yeah, it's a crazy amount of it's a crazy. What was that? Bourbon? Was he drinking whiskey? What was that?
I mean, I'd say he was 60% of the way through that bottle of bourbon by himself.
What a character he is. How is that thing really keeping that blur on you there, Lurch, even as you walk through the back of the room?
That's an amazing technology.
That's actually pretty
It's really
impressive.
good. I love the thing. I stick with the blur now.
Well, the edges of your hair make you look like a cartoon character.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't capture that. Like, it makes me like, yeah.
But the fact that it caught you walking around the room was stunning. Pat Perez.
pretty good.
Pat Perez is crazy, man. He just lets that shit fly. It's awesome.
The guy's an absolute character. I mean, if that bottle did start fresh, then
I'm pretty sure it did.
not only is he a character, he's a lunatic.
I think like right when he started, he had a full glass, and I think that was the first glass.
And his wife just shows up with corn dogs to sober him up.
Heroic.
What a gift.
So
yeah, that's an off week for your boy. Which
Hell of a
he
life.
deserves. He's traveling all over the place, and now he's getting a little off week before he goes to Liberty National, and he's just pounding, I think, bullet bourbon and corn dogs.
Riggs, are you going? I mean, that's the storyline. Are you?
And I
actually gonna go with it?
dude, I got up at 5 a.m. in Boston. I flew across the country. I was so excited to just take it easy for a night or two, doing laundry. I'm opening packages. I don't know. I might have to go up there.
That's insane. I mean, you have to go up there, but it's insane that you're now part of that.
It's a 15-minute Uber. It's like nothing.
Yeah, it's
I'll
not
be
that
there in
bad.
15 minutes.
You're there all night, though.
Yeah,
That's the
no, you
problem.
can't leave.
I mean, it's
You
gonna
might be sleeping on the floor.
Dude, that sun's gonna set overlooking like the mountains with that pool. Like we've been there. I don't know how you leave that.
That's impossible. All right, well, so we'll see you guys in New York then. That's the next time.
We'll be in New York, so everybody understands we're gonna be all over Liberty National all week at the Northern Trust. So we're gonna be recording some shows from like on site.
Do we know the days of that yet, or no?
No, I think it's kind of up to us. We can kind of do them whenever I think we want to. I think, so yeah, I think that's kind of the plan. But we'll release to people the actual locations and times and dates of when we're going to record live. If people want to kind of gather around and hang out while we do it, great. We're going to be, releasing stuff from on site, and it's in the backyard of New York City, so we're going to be all over Liberty National. It's going to be fun.
Awesome.
Other than that, anybody got anything else?
I got some news. I mean, this is deep. This is like a, what do they call it? A Friday news dump. But I think I'm going under the knife, boys. I think that's the official word from the bird is going under the knife. I mean, I don't know for sure if it's 100% happening. I still have a couple tests tomorrow. They're going to stick a bunch of needles in me and test if things are done or not. But September 29th may be the day, and apparently it's a very quick recovery. So we'll see. I just got a DM from a guy who got both his elbows done, and he said he was back to working and typing within 2 weeks, and he said he could throw a baseball after a month or a month and a half. So with my golf swing, I'm sure I'll be back after 6 or 7 weeks. So we'll see. It's going to get me back to just being able to do stuff. So I just got to do it. I have to do it.
It's been a long time coming, I think.
Elbow's done. The ulnar nerve is just completely entrapped. It's in there, and I think I'm just going to do it.
I think you got to do it. I think that's the answer. I think get it done. Get yourself right. The fact that it's only a month recovery, I thought you'd be out for like 6 months.
Well, the thing is like they're just going in there and they're just releasing a nerve. He was trying to explain to me like all my muscles around it are pretty healthy, he was saying. Actually, my shoulder's fucked too, but like they're not going to worry about that. That's just physical therapy. My arms are falling off. I have 2 limbs hanging off my body that are just not working. So it's going to be a long recovery with everything. But yeah, I heard like after he takes a sling off, it like the only thing is like not making like your elbow gets really tight after elbow surgeries. So like you got to really go to physical therapy and work on it. And if you're good about it, you should be able to be back. It's not like I'm fucking swinging Bryson DeChambeau speeds. So I should be okay. Also, I got a lot of DMs about people in the surgical field that definitely have drinking problems. I don't know about you guys.
I got a lot of those.
The drinking in the medical field is extremely prevalent.
Got a lot of those.
Yep.
And we actually got several that made it, were warning us of being insensitive to the high levels of kind of alcohol abuse associated with the medical field. So we clearly were not trying to encroach upon any insensitivities in that realm, but it happens is the answer.
Which is what we thought. We figured that was the case.
Yep. It's just a numbers game.
Yeah,
And then
I got a message from a guy who he was like very open about it. He's like, yeah, I'm in like Alcoholics Anonymous, like people that I work with in surgery, we do brain surgery, we're all in it. It's like it's just something that he goes, it's like ego plus like stress, plus just like having a lot of money and like golfing all the time and drinking and living that lavish lifestyle of having a ton of money as like a fucking neurosurgeon and shit. So crazy, absolutely crazy that stuff goes on, but as it probably, like we said, the numbers and stuff happens just in all walks of life, so scary.
Correct. It's just a numbers game. It is very scary. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, we have the first episode of our travel series to Michigan, Forest Dunes, the Loop, which is literally a reversible golf course. I think Red's the first way that we play it, is the first day, I believe.
I believe that's right.
On YouTube, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, Thursday night, August 12th, 2021. We will have the premiere. Log on, watch it. We'll be in the comments section. And that's all I think I got. Hit it hard.
It's going to be fantastic. Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.